tell me how they supposed to stop me going, pack it up. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. I got fingers for real, 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 for real. Y'all ain't plus, I'm like Jesus Christ. What do I even try? Feel like I gave too much, but now I see the light. They were like 30 racks for a mention, paying to play, but they don't pay attention. I'm painting the picture, they don't see the vision. I'm counting my problems, I'm pressing the issue. I wanted the glory and fame, but the love it just comes with strings. I'm done with just building my name, so for them to go click my wings. I'm sick of the fake smile, fake friends, that's all I give me charades. I treat you like Milli Vanilli, never been who you claim. Fuck it, y'all been so cool in the same shit. Never on the ground, but you bigger for a playlist. I think behind all the homies that you came with. Those who I started with got the same destination. Fuck it up, shut up, make me bleed just to see how I feel. Sin City dreams, I can't sleep on the rail for real. Took a leap and thought I swim in gold, but I landed all up in the glitter. Shook hands with a few elites who know how to hide their agendas. They auction off for integrity, crown going to the highest bidder. This ain't me, this is God speaking, better take heed of good riddance. Flood the streets and take our enemies, I'm a different beast on stage. Labels trying to put us on a leash and leave our dreams in the cage. Pen pushing, this a peacemaker, swear all these verses break chains. Every bar like a demolition, I'ma build it back and make change.
They say toil turn to treasure, but I seen it turn to grave. See my pops break his body just to barely make a wage. This ain't labor, it's a loop built to keep us in a place where the ends that make the country never own a single stake. Turn a crop to a drop top. You can't buy what's on the block. Harvest all my blessings, but the pastor need a loft. Land stolen, now they lease it. Tell me who connect the dots. First Nations on the silly set. Spin the fucking block.
For real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. I got fingers for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real.
Y'all niggas are not for real. A lot of niggas are box.
Yeah, if you're with us in the chat, welcome in. Happy Friday. Clearly it's been a long week because I didn't even remember what day of the week it was. If you are here, make sure you submit your music. As always, all you gotta do is an ! Submit or ! Skip if you want to learn how to submit your music and guarantee your songs get played on stream today. I know it's a bit of a weird day. I know it's an off day. I know it's not a day we usually do, but we're doing a makeup stream because I didn't have time to stream earlier this week. If you want to submit music, all you have to do is go to nero.fam/KayvanMD. It's free to submit. You can also hit the link in my story or the link in my bio. It's going to take you straight to the submission form. All songs, all genres are welcome, unreleased or released. We do have a guaranteed queue, so if you want to do the skip queue, you can. It guarantees you get played on stream today without a doubt. Anpu, welcome back to the chat. It's good to have you. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. If you're in the chat, let us know what you've been working on, what you're up to. And if you have not submitted and you're in the chat, make sure you do that. We don't have a super long queue today because I did a shit job of pushing the stream this week. I just got really busy and then I got kind of sick. And so I've just been, just trying to get my life together a little bit. I had to go to the DMV this week. That was sucked. I got new glasses. Nivea, what's up? Welcome back, Nivea, in the chat. Hello. Howdy. What's up? We'll get started here very shortly. I know I'm starting a little late today. Also, it's a Friday, and I haven't done a Friday stream in a while. So if you are in the chat, if you don't know how this goes, I'll explain this shortly. But if you do know how it goes, make sure you submit some music. If you want to skip the queue, you can. It'll guarantee you get played on stream today. Steve says, I uses Nivea as a great name. He does. Nivea's fire, bro. Nivea's a great producer. I think you guys are going to be really pleasantly surprised when you hear his stuff, too. Tower, what's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come through, come through. We appreciate your business. It's hilarious. Look, we don't have the longest queue today, all right? Skips guaranteed get played on stream today. Every 5 paid skips, we'll do a random skip. If we get through all the songs, maybe it's a shorter stream today. I don't know. I'm getting over being sick, so I'm not too pressed about it either way. I do feel a little bit better. Steve-O, I am just getting ready for the holidays, bro. I'm going to be back in my parents' crib next week. I got to drive there on Monday. I had to get a new license this week. I had to get new glasses this week. It's just been like a lot of like life stuff plus events. I went to speak to the kids from my college on Monday. Tuesday, I had like a networking event I had to go to. Wednesday, I had a dinner I had to go to. Yesterday, I was sick all day, so I decided to try and get some rest and sleep. And then today, we figured we'd do a little stream to make up for missing all week. Next week, I'm not sure what the schedule's going to be yet, so just keep your eyes open in the Discord. I may or may not stream. I'm not 100%. It just kind of depends. I might take the week off. I'm going to just spend time with family. I don't know yet. Trug Knox, what's up? If you are in the chat, though, if you want to submit your music, it is free. We're going to give it a couple more minutes just for the community to get in here before we get started. started. If you do want to submit, it's free. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's free to submit. It is free to submit. Guys, it's free to submit your music. Do it. Go to Nero.fan/KayvanMD. It's gonna put your submissions in this lovely little form for me to pull from. If you're with us on Instagram or if you're with us on YouTube, hello. I will try and check the chat a little bit more frequently. If you want to submit, it is the same thing in YouTube specifically, maybe not on Instagram because we don't have the Nightbot. We don't have the Nightbot set up there. But if you are on YouTube, Twitch, all you got to do is say !submit, !skip, and that is going to tell you how you can get music guaranteed played on stream today. If you are here too, go tell your friends to come through. It is a bit of a quieter night tonight. Usually we do Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 8, but obviously this week is a little different of a schedule. So on these days, it's always a great opportunity for you to get played, especially if you've never been played on stream before. Also a great day for you to ask any music industry questions you have, because we have a lighter queue, so I can just rant about all the things you guys want to talk about. You know, hot topic right now is obviously Rock Nation distribution and how they are taking 15% from artists to just upload your music to DSPs, which is kind of trash. Russ doesn't like it. I've seen some other people talking about it positively, but it's positive from a place of not being educated on the system at all or on the process at all. And so, yeah, if you got any questions about anything at all, I've been working in music for like over 10 years at this point. I've managed artists, been a producer, been an artist myself, done PR, done digital, worked in live touring, like really just a little bit of everything. Obviously now I run the Kayvan's House community, which is, you know, my name. But we have a Instagram page called @Kayvan's House where we do support you guys. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's a hot topic right now. They just launched Rock Nation distribution. But the deal is essentially 15% for basically no work outside of just distributing the songs, which is super trash. 15% for what? You could just go sign up for TuneCore, DistroKid, or Too Lost, or any of these other ones where it's just a yearly subscription or whatever, and it's basically the same shit. I don't know why you would give up the 15% for nothing, personally. I would lean towards just self-distributing and doing the work, because you'll be doing that anyway. But you know, it's definitely got some people up in arms, Russ being one of the main people. And he was like that. Just got out of a couple weeks of my depression hole, still catching up. But I feel you on that, actually. I am in and out of those all the time. So I definitely understand. If you are in the chat, like I said, submit your music. Tell your friends to come hang out. Go tweet about it. Tell them they're missing out. If they're not doing shit on a Friday night, they should be in here. Honestly. That's all I have to say about it. There's no reason why artists shouldn't be in here sending music right now. I know there's a lot of other people doing music feedback, but I guarantee you my feedback in this community is better than all those other places, and I will die on that hill every day of the week. I will die on that hill because I really just genuinely believe what we do here and the ways we're trying to support independent and emerging artists in this community specifically are way more focused on actually doing stuff and actually helping you grow and develop and actually helping you figure out how you can just grow your careers, as opposed to just saying, hey, this is good, hey, this is bad, taking your money and moving on. So if you are in the chat, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Make sure you send your music in. Go to Nero.fan/KayvanMD to submit. That's it, really. Yeah, Steve-O is actually a music curator and music writer as well, so you should definitely go tap in with Steve-O if you haven't. But like I said, Kayvan's House on Instagram. Really great posts just went up. Songs from the comments. If you've got a song you want me to listen to and consider for this content, this will update next Thursday. I will be listening, or I guess maybe not Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, but I'll do Friday or something like. I'll figure it out. It'll either be Friday or Thursday next week where we update that one. So make sure you submit your music if you haven't. Also, we just dropped a new At Home With interview with Horace Gather, who's someone we found here on the stream. Love this artist. Out of Louisville, Kentucky. Beautiful visuals, really great music. Great interview here as well. Lots and lots of engagement on this one, which was really cool for me to see. Obviously, the city of Louisville has gotten behind this artist because if you go look in the comments and in the likes, fucking everyone is there, and it's really tight. We also just dropped this one as well, which is just artist on artist advice. So, you know, advice from artists who are a little bit more established, kind of telling you guys, you know, what you should be doing, how you can be just building and growing as well. Songs we found in the live stream. This updates every single Tuesday with songs that we find here as well on these streams. And on New Music Who This playlist, which is going to update this weekend. So if you have new releases, make sure you put them in there as well. Komai, I'm good, man. I'm just chilling right now. It's been a long week. I'm a little sick. I'm getting over being a little bit sick, but excited to get into the stream. Steve-O said, I thought they was giving 15% based on what some of the people were saying online. To give 15% just to get the Rock Nation tag. Yeah, so that's my thing, and that's the issue with it, is they are saying it's 15%, but then there's no mention of, like, any of the other things that you would want. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, man. That's kind of the whole point. Like, I really just want to, like, help support artists and help artists grow. So lots of cool things coming down the line. Some new things happening at Genius that I'll be putting you guys onto as well. Kind of getting more into the philanthropic side of things, hopefully. But we're talking about Kayvan's house right now. So go follow if you haven't gone to follow over there. Lots of free opportunities for you. If you haven't joined us in the Discord too, we're going to be having more of these free Q&As popping up soon. And I'm going to be dropping these little tidbits of things that I've learned from my experience as well that hopefully will help you guys just figure out what you should be focusing on and thinking about as independent and emerging talent. Definitely, Komai. All right. I appreciate it. Ampu, I really appreciate that because, look, this is all stuff I've learned firsthand from doing this. And especially being behind the scenes, too, is like I think I get access to knowledge that a lot of people don't get access to, and a lot of experience that a lot of people don't get access to. For me, I get to see all this shit behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I'm getting advance notice of projects coming out. I'm getting to see the way the labels do their rollouts. I'm talking to the people who work there and learning about these things as well. I'm talking to managers all the time. So this is just my way to share what I learned with you guys in a way that isn't just robbing you. I don't give a shit about the money. I have a job. That's the reason that I do it. But that's why we do this. I DM'd you about who I should send my video to. Ask the question here, because honestly, I don't check the DMs as much, because it is too much for me to do. That's why I'm always asking people to drop their questions in the chat here or in the Discord, because that way I can answer all the questions for everybody, and everyone can get the information versus just individuals. Steve-O said, feels like Legacy Act using that. Yes, that is the case with a lot of places, if I'm being honest. And I tell people this all the time, and we'll get into your music shortly. Sorry, I'm getting into too much music industry chat right now, and it looks like the queue is building, so beautiful. We'll get started. But yeah, I think that's the problem with distro across the board right now in general, is it's not very transparent. You know what I mean? So like, you've got a lot of companies, you got a lot of brands saying like, hey, we'll take 10, 15, 20%, whatever it is, for XYZ services that we're going to give you. What they don't tell you is their business is built on a volume kind of basis. And for the most part, the only way for them to really make money is to do it at a large scale, right? Because distribution and these small percentages, they don't really pay all that much unless you got some shit that's doing crazy. Like we're talking about how much songs earn, right? Like 1 million streams is roughly $3K before percentages start coming out for collaborators, for the distro, all that kind of stuff. So that gets whittled down, and if your distro taking 15% of $3,000 is really not all that much, right? So you can't really operate a business that way. So for them, volume is a really big part of it. The more volume they have, the more of these little pieces they're earning, which stack up and eventually become more larger amounts of money. But with that, the process of signing artists is more of a, we'll tell you anything the fuck you want to hear to get you in the door, get you in the roster, get you in the catalog so we can earn off of you. We'll tell you we're going to prioritize you, and we're going to pitch you and do all this stuff, but realistically, they can't do that because there is a limitation to, one, the bandwidth of the people who work at the company. Generally, these teams are not particularly big. They're not robust teams. They're not like, they're not major label teams either. And there is a limitation to what the DSPs allow you to prioritize. So they don't allow you to prioritize 1 million stream or 1 million releases a week or 100,000 releases a week, right? Not even 10 in some cases. So the pool of artists who can really be a priority is much smaller than what these A&Rs are going to tell you to get you in the door in the first place. And again, I always try to remind people here, A&R's jobs at distro companies specifically, maybe less at major labels, maybe less at indie labels, but at the distributors for the most part, the A&R's job is to sign clients. Their KPIs and the things they're judged off of is revenue and how much revenue they're bringing in. So they are going to tell people maybe some fibs to get them in the door, maybe just to get them more excited about the thing and get them in. You know what I mean? So just keep those things in mind, man. But I do agree, like Legacy acts using their name brand as product, not the auxiliary parts, I do think is a big part of the problem. I would say the same thing about the music streaming community. There is a lot of artists that I see who are getting into music feedback who maybe haven't had a hit in like 15, 20 years. All of a sudden are experts on the field, but like, what are they experts of? They have one hit and then disappeared. What are we fucking talking about? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they are taking money from you and their goal is to earn off of this. And I also get that, but at the same time, it is a little disingenuous in the way that it is pushed to the artist community. And that is what I will say. Not just Timbaland, bro. Timbaland as one part, yes. But I think there's plenty of other streamers that I see who are artists, who are like, and we're talking like B, C tier artists. We're not even talking like A tier artists here at all. Same thing with the producers, man. We're talking like BT, C tier producers who are getting on this shit and talking like they know everything, but they don't even do the other parts of the business, right? And I've watched their streams, and we'll get into your music, because I don't want to just rant about this, but I'm saying, I've watched their streams, I've seen the feedback, I've seen the way they like just fucking gas some people up and then shit on other things, and it's super dismissive. So for us, what we do here is really detailed, constructive feedback. We're going to talk about everything. For credentials, I do have like a lot of views under my belt for content pieces I've worked on at Genius. I've been at Genius for like 10 years. I've been an artist manager for 10 years. I've done about 100 million streams for independent artists as a distributor and as a manager, with spending very little budget. So I've been in every single part of this at different parts of my career. And though I might not be an expert in every single piece of it, I know enough and I spend enough time thinking and learning about how this works where I feel like I can give you guys good feedback. I also ask a lot of questions. I am a question asker to the absolute maximum. So anything that I learn from people that I get to ask questions to, I'm happy to share with you guys, and that's the point. So that's that. If I'm sending money, I better get a feature or a label meeting. Yeah, bro, or at least something. You know what I mean? At least some sort of like actual fucking feedback. That's the big thing. And VTS says, you hate to see it because it feels like a smudge on the legacy. There's a lot of people who don't care about their legacy, though, and they don't really care about the communities that they're serving. Actually, I have a podcast coming out. I did One More Time podcast with Ben and his partner in Atlanta recently, and I'm really excited for that one to come out. I was just watching the playback today, and that was one of the things that we talked about almost immediately when the podcast started, was the way that companies and brands will sell community as this thing, but it's really just capitalism, and it's not real community. Whereas what real community is to me is a little give and take, right? Like if I expect you guys to give, then I'm gonna have to give back, and if you guys want to take, then you got to give something back as well. So that's, to me, that's the way I see community, and I think that's why I want this community to kind of be that. You know what I mean? It is the give and take. It is the back and forth. I'm not going to be right about everything. I don't know everything, but I'm happy to share with you guys the things that I have learned from people who maybe do this every day, including myself, including you guys in the chat. So as we're listening to these songs, if you can give your feedback as well, that's extremely important. It is not just about my opinion on these songs. That is one of the things that I'll be sharing, but I do want to know what you guys think of the songs too. If you're listening to this, if you have feedback, especially if it's constructive, that is what we are looking for in the chat. Please be respectful of each other. That is the only rule that I have. It is the rule that I will enforce. I will be a dickhead, and I am very sleepy and kind of sick today, so I will be extra savage if you guys come in here with some bad attitudes, okay? If everyone's cool, we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna listen to music, we're gonna playlist some songs, we're gonna follow some artists. We do have a paid skip queue. I have tried to make it extremely affordable. $5 for a regular skip, $10 for a super skip, which will just get you pushed higher up the queue. That will guarantee a song will get played in full, start to finish, before the end of the stream. We'll do free skips every 5 using the random spinning wheel, and then whenever we get done with the paid skips, we'll do free skips. So, look, like I said, not here to steal money from you, just looking for ways that we can kind of make this sustainable. Do they have to be full songs? They do not have to be full songs. They can be instrumentals, they can be music videos, they can be snippets, demos, unreleased, whatever it is. We're here to be the sounding board that you need on whatever it is you're making. It can be a fucking company idea. I don't give a shit. It can be content that you're making and you just want feedback on it, you want eyes on. Music, like, I really, like, I just think about this stuff all day, every day. It's all I do, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm happy to just share all of these things that I think with you, and hopefully it'll help guide you through any of this and make it just ever so slightly easier, okay? All right, let's get into your music, because we do have a little bit of a queue that's built now. Starting with Love Xavier, this is A Moment up first. This song is called Niche Internet Micro Celebrity by Joe Jan, and you can find it in our Songs We Found on Live Stream playlist. I will be making our Best of the Year playlist over the next month. It is 726 songs, and I'm going to have to whittle down to 50 of my favorites, I think. Maybe less. We'll see. Last year was 50. The year before it was 30. We're going to see what happens, but I'm going to go through this entire list of songs that we've saved from here on stream and pick my absolute favorites. So you guys will see that kind of content going up in December as well through the Kayvan's House page. Timbaland Soul to Soul and Legacy of AI Agent 2. Yeah, the fucking, like, the Timbaland AI shit is just super whack, because now he's, like, also trying to, like, pivot to have this real person fill in for this AI musician. And I saw 5 Foreign did a feature, and I'm just like, bro, like, you are just fucking ruining this shit, bro. Like, I'm sure there's musicians that Timbaland loved and respected turning in their graves looking at what he's doing right now. And that might seem harsh, but truthfully, I just don't really fuck with it, man. Like it's a weird approach to take as somebody who's made their entire life off of creativity. So yeah, A Moment with Love Xavier, a song about love. Let's get into it so you guys can see how this goes. But if you do have music industry questions, please feel free to ask. I'm always happy to share my opinions. And like I said, it's always going to be my opinion first and foremost, but my opinion is rooted in some sort of fact. You don't have to be present in the stream. If you want to be there for the free section, yes, because you'll miss my call out for it. But if you want to guarantee and do the paid skip, you can. Or if you just want to submit and be in the queue, maybe. I just can't guarantee it. Solid vocal performance on this already. And I hope you feel the same. When you stress, I do like this one. There is a part of me that feels like maybe ever so slightly it's not hitting as hard as it needs to, and I think, and this is my gut, it's because that bass is really boomy, right? And it's probably mixed a little bit louder than it needs to be in the master. And so I do feel like sometimes that makes songs not quite as hard. Vocals come through really nice, which is great. Good vocal tone, good melodic choices. You can count on me, baby, when I'm around. Overwhelming things can often see the snare is really doing its thing, right? But the snare is really hitting kind of hard. I think it's that kick sub combo to me that doesn't feel as clean as it could. If you're with us on TikTok, Nero.fan/KayvanMD to submit your music for free. We'll be live for the next 2 hours. I do wish there was like a little bit more built around this lead vocal in these verses too. I think what I'm lacking on this one is maybe more vocal arrangement specifically. More background vocals, more harmonies. Maybe that like ad-lib run kind of vocal track as well. You know what I mean? Like I think those are the details that make R&B great and elevate it from like being a solid song idea to a really, really great song. That's probably my biggest thing on this one. I really do love a lot of the elements of it. I think what it does lack, though, is just that kind of build around that lead vocal that kind of creates the climax moment. As it stands, start to finish, one, it's 2 minutes long, so I'm not that pressed about it. But I will say, like, though the performance is good, the overall production of the song feels a little flat, only because there's no build in it. You know what I mean? So at no point are we getting those harmonies, those kind of little details that I think you would hear. Like, you know, if we're talking about like contemporary R&B artists who really dominate the space, that's one of the things you'll hear from every single one of them, right? Is these vocal arrangements kind of build into these really cool moments. Steve says, this gives me a bit of that Russell feel. I would like to hear more musical or varying pitch changes. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is just more variation, right? Like, the reason that I always point towards vocal arrangement being such an important part of R&B specifically is just if you think about the greats, like really truly think about the greats in the genre, one of the things that they all do really well is build those vocals into these climactic moments and have those big, like, I mean, if the song's about, it's a moment, right? You got to create a moment. The song's called a moment. You got to create the moment within it and kind of create that through line that kind of builds into these huge moments that always stick with people. If I think about some of my favorite R&B songs, it's those moments, right? It's when they hit those big notes, those big runs, when it builds into this huge kind of climactic feeling inside of the song. Like, those are the things that really, I think, keep our attention and keep us coming back to a song. And also have you like getting chills and being like, holy shit, I can't believe they did that. So I think that's the thing for me on this one. Lots of positives, I would say, from the songwriting to the vocal performance. For me, the biggest thing here is just kind of building around that lead vocal so that it doesn't feel quite as flat start to finish. Pitch stayed at the same level throughout. It works because it's 2 minutes, but it kind of works against you because it just kind of goes and not really capturing, but I do like it. I want to hear more. I would agree. I definitely want to hear more from the artist, and we've heard some of the other songs from this artist in the past as well. But I do think, for me, moving forward, if we're talking about this artist growing and developing and becoming even more impressive, then to me, that is the thing they need to do. Is everything else is great, but it is now creating those moments, creating those builds, showing us what you can do vocally, and really, really impressing us with those kind of like vocal arrangements, which for me, again, is a very important part of R&B. Might not be that way for everybody, but for me, I think that is something that definitely makes an artist stand out more when we do have those big moments. And I would say that of even a lot of contemporary R&B that's out right now, there are probably more R&B artists that I hear, even on the playlists and placements and stuff, they don't really impress me all that much. And it's not really because of anything other than like maybe there's just not that like it factor. You know what I mean? And that's not to say what's happening here, but I do want to hear more of that kind of build. I mean, like, just show us what you got. You know what I mean? So I think, like, in general, I would say that if anything, one vocal track is not enough. Like, we definitely want to hear more. And that's with rappers. That's with everybody. We need ad-libs. We need doubles. We need all that kind of little detail, those little gems, the little sparkles that happen around the lead vocal, I think, just to really, at least for me, polish it off and make it feel like a really finished product. All right, Black Dynamite, K Woods up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Sorry, that was a lot of talking. I want to make sure we keep things moving. Let us know what you think in the chat if you are here. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs as well. This one's a bit quiet already. Solid color grade on this one already. I do like the way this looks. A little dark in the dark shots. You know what I'm saying? Just ever so slightly. I think for videos like this, lyrics on the screen. Biggest thing on this one is that the mix master does feel a little quiet overall. Raps are good. Yeah, I feel that, Steve-O. It's the songwriting thing for a lot of R&B right now, too. The songwriting is kind of lackluster. It's really good raps on this. What's up? If you're with us on TikTok, come send some music in.
Always big pimpin', always big pimpin', always big pimpin'. Wait.
Who the fuck man is this, yo?
Oh man, pull out.
Alright, yo. I don't know about this, yo. They don't got no J. Cole in there. Who the fuck is yo?
I think he's rapping really well.
I think if you put one cheek next to the
I have
other
to be
cheek,
honest, and I've said
you
this a
get
million
an
times. I'll
ass,
keep
and
saying this.
This is what this is.
I am not the biggest fan of a mid-song skit. It kills the momentum. Put it at the end. Similar thing here with one vocal track, right? I want to hear more ad-libs. I want to hear more doubles. Just more emphasis on these moments that we should really be getting emphasis on. Alright, truly, video is solid. Mix master is a little weak on this one. Rap, great. Vocal tone, great. Lack of ad-libs and doubles, need a little bit more of those. Video, solid. Yeah, really good raps at Steve-O Papa, I would agree. If you're in the chat, let us know what you think. We're gonna see if we can find this one on, okay, this is not out on streaming yet. I do think lyrics on screen would really, really push this over the edge, though, especially for socials. So even if you're not going to have them on the full video, I think when you do the cut downs for socials, make sure you put the lyrics on screen as well, because it'll just push it over the edge. I think the real strength here is the lyricism. Delivery as well, but it's the writing. Like, the pen game is great. So we're making sure you really highlight that within the social cuts of this video, especially when we're talking about socials, I think is a key part. You could do it on the full video as well if you want to, if that feels like something you want to do.
Wrap it up, yo.
But also, yeah, mid-video skits,
really
not my
good.
thing. I would rather see it at the end of the song just as like kind of an additional piece. I do think it just kills the momentum. And that's literally always been my viewpoint. I feel the same way about skits at the beginning of a music video. To me, skits go at the end. You know what I mean? Once you've got people who are there and they've stayed throughout the video, like, you don't want to see that watch time drop off in the middle just because somebody wasn't expecting a skit and they're like, okay, like I'm good. So that's my thing on skits. I do think overall though, really, really strong work. K.Woods on Instagram. Okay, we've got some social cuts up. Let's see. No lyrics on screen though in these videos. It's good that you're teasing the video already though. What I would say too is, if you haven't done this, set up the premiere on YouTube, put it in your YouTube community, put it in your Instagram community, send people to the premiere link, get in the chat, talk to them. These are the things that YouTube cares about. So just use it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, they put those things as best practices because it does help push it in the platform a little bit more algorithmically. run an ad spend on it. Use Symphony if you haven't. We've got a referral code in my referral page on the Discord as well. I can put that in the chat for you guys really quickly, but I really love Symphony. I've been using Symphony for all of my ad spends, specifically around music videos, and they have been doing really great, quite honestly. I am very pro using this platform for YouTube ads. I just put the referral in the chat too. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Every time we do a music video, I've been pushing it. Like, I spent probably like $200 total on the last video that I did. We got like 132,000 views, good engagement, new subscribers, comments, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Just started doing one yesterday for this music video, which we just dropped, and it's already at 8,000. My budget on this one is $100, so I am getting a really, really good spend out of that right now. What did you spend the video promo on? I spent it on YouTube videos, bro. So, 51 thumbs up on this one, 8,000 views in 3 days. Comments, I think we are at 11, but that's always the harder part. But we're starting to get more, you know what I mean? It's just, I think that's the thing. Straight up YouTube ads through Google, yes. Well, I mean, yes and no. We're doing it on Symphony, but yes. Pre-roll, it's like pre-roll ads, right? But I mean, look, that's the game on YouTube, if I'm being honest. Like, there is not a single artist that you know who's not running ads on YouTube. Because that's like the only thing, unless you have like a huge subscriber base, that's like the only thing that works to get it in front of more people. Running the ads for 1 week to 2 weeks. Usually I'll do an A/B test, so I'll run one for a week. I'll do like a little bit less. I'll see if it's working. If it's not getting a really good click-through rate, I'll do another 100 with a different test. Usually I'll do a week first though, and then extend if it feels like it. What's the views to likes to comments ratio? I could not tell you that exactly, but also at the end of the day, if you go look at anybody's YouTube videos, it's kind of the same thing. There's a pretty large discrepancy between view count, likes, comments. My biggest thing is it's increased subscribers. We were at like 200 subscribers or something like that before the first one. We're up like 400 or 500 subscribers over the last video only. And that's the thing that we're doing right now is fan acquisition, customer acquisition. So it is getting more subscribers in the door, building that data. It's using that data to then pitch to people for subsequent releases as well. We're running ads on Instagram also. So it's like, it's, to me, because it's the real like return on investment that you see, right, is ad spends. So for me, that's kind of like where I'm like, all right, we're going to spend the budget on something. I'd rather spend it on something that's got a real return on investment as opposed to gambling on like a curator spend or paying for somebody to do a post about you, which like you really can't guarantee what that's going to do. But over an extended period of time, you can see how things are going to perform and how they do. And then also you can take that data and go back and kind of like dial in your ad spends a little bit more. But like, yeah, this was the last one that I did. 132,000 views, 787 thumbs up. Comments is way less, but it's just harder to get people to comment in general. So 39 comments. But that was a mixture of, because it also depends on where you're spending your ads, right? So it's a mixture of going for the cheapest cost per view and then also going for like the higher tier markets. Because like if you do like the US, UK, it's going to cost you substantially more to run ads in those places as opposed to like a Brazil, India, Indonesia, Philippines, that kind of stuff, right? So it's kind of doing the combination of both in my opinion, but at the same time, it helps build that story and tell that story. So like going into the pitch from this, I was able to say, yeah, we did like 132,000 views on this music video on the artist channel. We spent X amount of dollars on ads. Like they can tell you're investing in it. And sometimes I think that's one of the things that curators actually like to see is that you are investing in growing the artist platform and growing the artist community and that kind of stuff too. So yeah, just things to think about. Christian Vool up next, Moonlight Groove, instrumental I'm contemplating adding to the album. Let us know what you think in the chat. I think it would work with really niche music. Sometimes it's easier to do that, in all honesty. Yeah, don't judge them too harshly, bro. Like, it just means that they're doing ad spends. You know what I mean? It's usually a smaller artist. That's just kind of the game, bro. I think where you need to judge it harshly is, like, if there is a massive spike and then nothing else afterwards, right? Like, we use this thing called vidIQ on my side, and this is great, by the way. This is fully jazz. Pitch this as a jazz song. You'll do well in the jazz space, pitching this to jazz curators specifically. But yeah, we used to use this thing called vidIQ, and vidIQ will kind of show you the amount of people searching for the song, how much is being viewed over a period of time, so you can really see those graphs. And I think that was the thing that really helped me visualize, like, when there was something really there and when it was just ad spends. And that's not to say it's not real when it's ad spends. It's just a part of the marketing process, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't judge it too harshly. It's just something to keep in mind, like, usually it's ad spends for the most part. It's just like, how long can people do ad spends for? How extended is the ad spend? Sometimes we see something with like millions of views and it's an artist you've never fucking heard of. Yeah, they could be buying views. That's a thing. But odds are they're probably just doing an ad spend over an extended period of time. And that's what it is. This is a JRPG menu music. I love this. Let me just get that out of the way. Christian_Vool on Instagram. We got some straight jazz right now. This is wonderfully composed. Nice little piano solo happening right now. I would just listen to this as is. We don't need vocals. This is a great instrumental. Definitely put this on the album. Oh. Ah. Everything sounds so clean. This is a great mix also. Let us know what you think in the chat. VT says this is a vibe. Might have to start my morning with this tomorrow. This is perfect. Let's make coffee and just vibe out music for sure. Great drums. Okay, did you play all of this? Like, what was the process for the instrumentation, for the instrumentalists? Like, is it you playing everything? Do you have people coming in? Are you doing this on MIDI? I'm just curious. Forever Music says, wow. This is wonderful composition. 10 out of 10 composition, bro, without a doubt. Oh. Oh. I want to see this live. Wrote all the music, hired session musicians for horns and more complicated guitar parts and strings, but you wrote all of this? That's so sick, dude. Really beautiful instrumental, like, just solo sections, seriously. Alright, yeah, you need to... First and foremost, if you have not pitched this entire project to jazz labels and jazz distributors specifically, you should. If it's anything like the rest of this, I do think you'll get a bite from somebody who will want to help you get this out. Maybe give you an advance for marketing, maybe give you a budget, maybe just give you a cash advance. But this is so well done, bro. And I really think you should try and aim for jazz-specific labels and stuff like that to get support around it. Because I do think if you are pitching this as a jazz project, you will get support. There's not a ton of music in the jazz space, if I gotta be honest. Like, I see artists who are not all that big, producers who are not that big, who get these huge jazz placements to Spotify and Apple and stuff like that. So I think you have a really, really great opportunity there to take this project specifically, take it to somebody who helps distribute jazz or helps release jazz. Real jazz people want to call it jazz. No. Pretentious people hate when you call it jazz. That is jazz music. If you go to Spotify right fucking now and you go to State of Jazz, I guarantee you will hear songs like that on it. There's like 5 or 6 different jazz playlists that I hear music like that on all the time, and that is jazz. It's not jazz hop. That's silly. That is a silly thing for jazz people to be saying to you, if I'm being honest. That's just people being pretentious. Because that's contemporary jazz. This is what jazz sounds like right now. Like, truthfully, all right, I listened to Terrace Martin do a version of Snooze, which he produced a song, so shout out to him, first and foremost, right? But there is a Terrace Martin version of Snooze that exists on streaming. No SZA on it, just him playing the sax. And that got on all the jazz playlists. That is literally an R&B song. like it's not a jazz song. So I think like whoever's being like, oh, it's not jazz, like I think the jazz curators at the DSPs will see it differently, and I think that they will classify it as that. So when you are uploading it and setting the genre in the back end and everything, just make sure you put jazz there. And I think when you are looking about, like pitching it on the Spotify for Artists or Amazon for Artists or any of that, make sure you're just pitching it with jazz in mind, because I think that's where that sits personally. And I think the curators, they will see it that way as well. And also be super impressed by the composition. The composition was amazing. The musicianship was amazing. I think anybody who's sitting there being like, that's not jazz, is just a hater. Fuck those people. Windows XP, Mason up next. Windows XP is the type of song you dance to in your bedroom at 2 a.m. during a manic episode. I'll be honest with you, there is not a song in the world that I'm dancing to at 2 a.m. in the morning. That is prime Arc Raiders time. Sonically inspired by artists like Frank Ocean and Brockhampton. It's the 5th track from my EP I Want that just dropped today. No music video this time. That's totally fine. Yeah, my manic 2 a.m. things are violently unscrewing things on the Unscrew Things game on my phone, because I love to unscrew things. I did it for hours last night. Amazing, bro. I love this already. Mason's really taken me by surprise over the last couple of months, man. Mason.mp3 on Instagram. Yeah, Arc Raiders is slaps, bro. Unbelievable. I like the dissonance between the melody and the vocal melody on this. Took me by surprise a little bit, but it feels good. Mayhem, what's up? It's like a little, the dissonance is like a little jarring, but I kind of like it. Vocal mix is really good. I agree with you, Christian. Just for a visual representation so you can see what Mason has been sending in, which has been really catching my eyes. Lots of amazing self-directed visuals. Steve says this is different. I like the direction already. It's crazy because it low-key does sound like old Brockhampton, like 2017 vibes. Yeah, I can hear the influence for sure. I'm not mad at that, though. They're not a thing anymore. No one's really doing a great job of it. I'm on the fence about the melody being so dissonant all the way throughout. It's like, there's moments where I wish that it hit the notes that I would kind of am waiting for it to hit. But it's like I go back and forth from being like, I wish it was like more keyed in, to then also being like, I love that it's not. Christian says playlist material for me. Nobody. Because I'm assuming, I think in my head that's where I hear is like the nobody. And it's like, it's maybe like a half step or like a full step up from that. And so there is like something that it's kind of nice at the same time. That's maybe the only thing I'm not 100% on. Outside of that, everything sounds clean as fuck. I put this in the playlist anyway though, because I do really love the idea and the general bounce, the feeling of it, production of it's really cool. Mason.mp3 on Instagram. If you like this, make sure you go tap in and follow. I've been super impressed by the visuals too. Like, make sure you go watch his visuals at some point. The dissonance makes more sense in this section because it feels more keyed in on the second part. Steve says, I actually like how the dissonance is. Every element around the lead melody has to be on point for it to work, and it does. I agree with that too. I think that's why I'm on the fence. It really works in this section though, so it's kind of nice that it comes back to this full circle moment and then you get that satisfaction. With that in mind, knowing this is where it ends, I think it makes a lot more sense. Love this. I love the switch up here too. Great beat switch. Great vibe switch overall. It feels like the perfect kind of transition into whatever that next section, next song is on the project. Ola, if you want to submit, just make sure you use this link that's in the chat. And if you want to skip the queue, there are the instructions to guarantee a song gets played on stream today as well. Liked and followed, says Steve-O. Look, I will say this. I've said this before. We've listened to a couple different things from Mason. I have enjoyed what we've heard. This is another song that we listened to from Mason. Really cool visual on this one. So I do think there's something really interesting here, something really special here. This is one of my favorite videos he sent over. It's just something really cool about it. It's like I don't know what this is called, but the two images on top of each other. Superimposed? Is that what it is? Really, really sick. Highly recommend. Definitely go listen to more. Definitely go check out some of his visuals. All right, we're going to do one more, then we'll do our first free skip of the night. This is See You Never by Kelsey Blackstone. We listened to another song from Kelsey, Rinse and Repeat, a few weeks ago from Nashville, pop rock, indie alt, art, double exposure. Thank you. I'm not a visual person, so I appreciate you giving me that little tidbit right there. See you never. Let us know what you think in the chat. We'll do a first free skip after that. Again, if you want to submit music, it's always free. If you want to guarantee you get played on stream, we do have a skip queue. You can check that out by hitting !skip. But make sure you submit your music. You can submit as much as you want. Submit your friends' music. Tell your friends to come fucking send some music in. God damn. See you never. Kelsey Blackstone. Let us know what you think in the chat.
See you never. We were birds, yeah, birds have a feather. You left the nest first, didn't call no new.
This is one of those songs that would sound really good live too. Oh. I was not expecting this like really old school rock and roll kind of vibe. Yeah, Christian, you absolutely can, man, as much as you want. This is just the time for you guys to send me music and get feedback. I don't care how much you send it. If you're with us on TikTok, Nero.fam/KayvanMD to submit your music for free. I'll be here for the next hour and a half. I'm going to save this one as well. I do. All right, here's my thing. I think going into the chorus of this one, because the chorus gets so crunchy and distorted, I wish that the vocals matched that a little bit more. It's like kind of there, but I almost wish you dialed it up a little bit more on the distortion, saturation on the vocal on the chorus, just to match that vibe shift. I like how clean the vocals are in the verse, but there's just a part of me that thinks like when you get to that chorus section, it should be a little grittier just to match the guitar tone. Again, great instrumentation, great arrangement, solid mix overall. The vocal cuts through, all the instruments sit in really nice places. It has that Nashville live feeling kind of mix to it, which I like. I like that you're pushing the vocal, honestly. Melodically, it's really cool to hear you kind of push your vocal and push your voice into these bigger notes. See, I like that it does, the thing that I was talking about happens when you get to this third chorus, and I think that's great. I wish that I just heard it maybe more through the other choruses throughout the song. Now, if the goal was to kind of build into that moment the further you get into it, then you did do that. But I think for me, there's maybe still like a slight disconnect between just how distorted the guitar and the instrumentation gets in the chorus sections leading into that final one anyway. And I would have liked to hear just a little bit more of that, I think, from the lead vocal there as well. I think the dissonance about the high register vocals and how the gritty and crunchy is stopping me from loving it, but the vocals on the hook's really good and should be used in the verse, in my opinion, says Steve-O. I will say, the chorus vocals and the energy of the performance in them does really catch my attention. And I think that's the bigger thing there as well, is like the vocals there, really, really good. It's not flat in the verses, though it's maybe less exciting in the verses in comparison to how exciting it is in the chorus. So maybe even having that secondary layer that's a little more gritty, a little crunchy in the background on the verses wouldn't have been a terrible thing. But great vocal performance. Exactly what I said last time. Great vocal performance, great production overall, really good arrangement. And it's just such a live feeling mix that I know in a live setting this probably goes super, super hard. Kelsey Blackstone on Instagram. Make sure you go check her out and tap in if you haven't. We're going to spin the wheel now. Let's see who our first free skip of the evening is going to be. We'll get back into your paid skips right after this one. Drug Knox, unreleased. Track is not finished. Still waiting for the feature to be sent in. So let us know what you think in the chat. I don't know anything about this artist. This is my first time listening to Drug Knox ever. But they got our first free skip of the night. Let's see what we got. It's feeling very Suicide Boys-esque right now. Let's see what we get. See You Never by Kelsey Blackstone, the last song. Oh. Oh, okay. I kind of like this. I am historically a fan of like Bones and like fucking Suicide Boys and like anybody in that kind of space. There's something about it that I just always gravitate towards. It's kind of cool. I like the vocal mix. The beat's gritty. It's a little bit more old school feeling. I kind of, if anything, I wish the hi-hats were slightly different in the production. But kind of cool. Drug Knox on Instagram. I think that's maybe it. So for me, the drums and the hi-hats are probably the thing in the production that I'm not crazy about. but the overall feeling of the song, and especially the vocals, are the standout to me in this one. Vocals feel really good. Let us know what you think in the chat, but I don't think there's a second verse on this one, right? Well, I think he's waiting on the feature here. Get it fucked up. Ride around on the hose with a new whip and a I move around in a Brinks truck. When I'm pissed up. My motherfuckers, they clicked up. I can't help myself. Actually, you know what? This beat's not bad, bro. This beat's not bad at all. I'm gonna some lean cup. Ride around on the Guess I come jack your beamer. Somebody go call FEMA. It's a disaster when I'm in Not for me, but I know people who like this. Yeah, look, there's definitely a market for this shit, without a doubt, bro. There's one artist who I've been listening to recently who's kind of in this space, but this is the thing. This music is always like sleeper music, right? Like, it's very niche internet communities, I feel like, gravitate towards this type of music overall, and I think you'll see that with the Suicide Boys. You'll see that with people like Bones. You'll see that with people like Puya. It's a very specific crowd. It's a very specific audience. But I will say, I was in Vancouver. Suicide Boys were playing at like the biggest arena in the city, which kind of took me by surprise. We're live right now. I didn't restart it, but we are live right now on Twitch and YouTube if you want to come hang out. But there is absolutely a market for it. I think the thing you have to figure out is just how to market it to those people specifically, right? And there is like specific, very, very specific playlists that exist on Spotify and on Apple Music that cater to this type of music. So I would definitely kind of work backwards. Look at some of the artists that you're trying to like break into audience-wise, find the platforms that support that type of music and really push towards them specifically, because that is the audience that you need to get to. It's not the most mainstream audience, but it exists, and it is a very, very niche internet community that I think if you can get into, they will absolutely just ride or die for you. And I'm sure you're probably already in one of those communities as well, because I think to be making music like this, you have to be in these communities of artists who make music like this as well, because I think it is, again, like a very specific type of listener, but they are a super loyal fan base. So definitely get in there, keep building it. Good work on the like, honestly, your vocal is great. I'm interested to see who the feature's going to be. If you are down to share that with us, let us know. Another one from Christian Vool up next with Morel. Mix and master is very basic at the moment. Vocals feels flat, and I don't know how to guide her. Oh, okay. Any guidance would be awesome, and letting me know what is good and what is bad. This is I Am Sorry demo by Christian Vool. We just heard a jazz song from him not too long ago. It was beautiful. Because the queue is long. The queue is not long. We have 37 in the queue. We only have 4 more in the paid skip queue. So if you want to guarantee your song gets played on stream, all you have to do is $5 or $10 skip. But we'll have free skips whenever we get done with the paid ones as well. So if you just stick around, there's always an opportunity to get bumped up for free. We do it at random until we get to our free skips section in about 35 minutes from now. Okay. Let us know what you think of the chat. I think timing is one of the things on this vocalist. Off rip. Timing is like a little, it could be a little cleaner, I think. I think also the thing that maybe I hear, and this is such like a not real bit of feedback, like it is, but it's not. There's not enough feeling in the vocal. Like, I feel like I'm being sung at, but I don't feel like I'm getting the song and the feeling of the song from the vocalist, if that makes sense, right? So that's probably one of the things that I would tell this vocalist in the studio is like, try to really put yourself in the feeling of this. I want to feel it more in your vocal. Runs are really nice. Like, the runs are really great. That's probably one of the standout moments for me too. I feel like she uses too much head voice as well. It's in a bit of a weird spot because you can tell it's in between her head and it's like in that break of her voice between head and chest voice. I promise I do. No one knows, but it's all mine. My joy, my little crime. It makes me feel so alive. Like, honestly, this is probably more of a pain in the ass than anything. You might want to try transposing this down like a little bit. You know what I mean? I think if you key this down a touch, it's gonna be more in like a just not head voice, and I think that might give you a little bit more to play with range-wise, so that it's not all in head voice, not all falsetto, right? I think for me, it's more the feeling than anything, though. It's like she needs to be more emotive in the delivery. It's very precise, notes-wise, but yeah, it's wanting to capture some of that emotion a little bit more, I think, from the song. Technically, it's a fine vocal performance, you know what I mean? But I think if we're really talking about why it maybe feels flat to you, I think that's probably what it is. It's just like getting a little bit more emotion out of the vocalist in the studio. So maybe it's even talking about like, you know, did she write the lyrics or did you write the lyrics? No, but No Jumper Jr. says I still give it a 9. It's really solid. Yeah, like we're being super picky at this point, and this is more off of the note from Christian than my own notes. She wrote the lyrics. So I think like that's probably what I would say to the artist in the studio is like, hey, like I just want to feel that connection emotionally to the lyrics a little bit more from you as you're delivering it. But I do think a part of this is just where it sits from a key perspective seems like it's right in that spot in her vocal range where it goes between chest and head voice, right? And so I think if you key it down a little bit, one, that's an option that potentially could get you more emotion because it allows her to sit more comfortably into a natural range, into a natural voice without pushing into that falsetto as much. You can still hit those moments. You can still have those moments. I think they should be there with the layers as well. I don't know that I heard much vocal arrangement either, which is maybe one of the things that I would suggest is just kind of adding in some more harmonies, some more background vocals. There's a lot of runs, which again, technically feel really good, but there's maybe too much for them. There's maybe too many runs than there needs to be throughout, like start to finish. So maybe simplifying just a touch would help with some of that as well. I think, you know, like overall, I don't disagree with No Jumper Jr. It's up there. You know what I mean? It's definitely a good song. I don't think there's anything like objectively wrong about it or bad about it. But I think if I'm reading your note about where it feels flat and not knowing how to guide it, those are probably some of the things that I would try first and foremost. Is either keying the song down just a touch, like you bring it down like, I don't know, like 2 semitones. It might actually help a lot. You know what I mean? Or simplifying some of those run moments, pulling it back a little bit, focusing really on that emotion and emotive kind of performance in the vocal as well, which I think is a tough thing for a lot of trained vocalists in general, is kind of that separation of I'm going to do technically what I'm supposed to do versus I'm going to really put the emotion into this. And even if it's a little messy or maybe not as precise or maybe not as complex or technical, it's still a good thing, right? But I think that's maybe some of the things that I would try first and foremost. But I wouldn't scrap that version either, because I don't think that version is like egregiously bad at all. I just think, you know, again, like this is more to your note than it is to me listening to it and being like, oh, this is lacking. But I think if anything, it's the soul, it's the emotion in it more than anything. You know what I mean? I do need to push it. That's like every artist, though. I'm not even like, that's basically every vocalist. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the harder things to do. But I say this all the time to rappers and to singers. It's like, don't tell me what you want me to feel. Make me feel the thing you want me to feel. You know what I mean? That is literally the words that I say. It's like, I don't want you to try and tell me how I should feel about something or tell me what you're feeling about something. I want you to make me feel the thing that you're feeling, because that's the way that the audience is going to connect to it, is if they feel the thing that you want them to feel, right? And I think that is the challenge of making music. And the thing that we should all be trying to kind of attain at the end of the day is that connection with the audience that is based on feeling. Because at the end of the day, that is the thing that's going to keep people coming back and listening to these songs and playing them over and over again, crying to them, listening to them in their darkest moments, right? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that helps. Hopefully that helps. Alden, yes, we do take Spotify links. If you go to nero.fam/KayvanMD, it's free for you to submit your music. We do have a paid skip queue of $5 or $10 if you want to guarantee a song gets played and full on stream today. But we do free skips every 5 paid skips, and we do have some free skips coming up after the next 4 songs. Avitia up next with Worthwhile. Let us know what you think in the chats. Yeah, man, sometimes it's just talking to artists is tough, too. Like, you got to figure out how to talk to them. Like, every artist is different, too. Like, she might be super unresponsive to all of that feedback. But you kind of got to feel it out and see what works for her, you know? Immediate save on this one from Avitia. I don't even need to hear the verses. The bounce on this is immaculate. Hey, Hey, hey.
If we talking about some money, make it worthwhile. All we talking about is nothing. Let the
Second song off my new project, Travel Bag, that came out today. Okay. Make sure you put in our release calendar if you got new music that came out or is coming out soon.
Back it up. Why you putting shit on wax? Get it shut up, bro. Put a star on my face, got me tatted up.
Really good bounce this. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Buddy looking like a lid, he a kind of dud. Catch a whooping for the pay like
Hey,
a Keno wood.
hey,
I
hey.
been ride through the city causing damages. Yeah, 2 nights like it's Kenny does. Fight a fight, money tight.
Steve said, hey, hold on now. This is bouncy. This is very bouncy, bro.
Trying to fight.
Avitia, A-I-V-I-T-I-U-H on Instagram.
I've been stuck for a minute, caught a flight, made it.
Forever says vibey.
Busy on that pipe for that past strong, yeah. But for really what I like, some track bones, never let a dummy do my light. Like what? I just put up with the gang, homies hopping at a truck.
Social content's looking good too, bro. It's looking consistent. 7 hours, 3 days, 5 days, 4 weeks. That's a big jump in between. Make sure you're posting more in between if you're not posting consistently too, just to keep that momentum up on social. Mayhem says, I like. Do cut downs of this shit, bro. You got all these videos. Do 15-second cut downs. Keep posting those throughout. If this video is 2 minutes long, there's like 10 different cuts you could post from this. Definitely got to keep it more consistent. Look, man, you make a music video, do 10 different cuts of that shit. I'm so serious. Cut out 10 different individual moments, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, first verse, second verse, chorus, like, just, there's no reason not to. You know what I mean? If you're going to spend this money on making these videos in the first place, just cut them down, bro. Get as much as you can out of it. For the people who don't see it the first time, maybe they see it the second time. Do a carousel post with different parts of the song. You can just put the whole video up into three different slides of a carousel post, or 4 or 5 different slides of a carousel post. You got 4 or 5 different opportunities for it to get back on the feed and fed to people in different sections, right? So just keep cutting it up, man. Keep repurposing that content. Even if you're not making new shit, take those music videos and cut them down as much as you can. Great job on not doing too much. A simple but bouncy flow with the pauses in between lines while picking up space on the delivery. Yes, I think it was really well done. Love the visuals too, says Forever Music. All around, this looks really nice. Just make sure you're being more consistent on the posting side of things, because I think taking 4 weeks in between posts, it doesn't help. You know what I mean? With the algorithm. Excuse me. That's why everyone's always telling artists to be consistent and post a lot. It's like, yeah, you got to post a lot, but it doesn't mean that you have to be making new content every single day in theory. You know what I mean? Just take advantage of what you have. You should also be making content, but if you have music videos and that's what you're leaning into, just repurpose them as much as you can. You know what I mean? When you've done a couple, do a carousel post with a couple videos in it and be like, I just dropped these videos. Which one's your favorite? I just think there's ways to kind of get more out of visual content than I think a lot of artists think about. And for me, it's like, all right, like if this is what I've got to work with, how do I repurpose this as many fucking times as possible to get as much out of it as possible? So that's what I would say. Worthwhile by Avitia, easy save, super great bounce, AVITIUH on Instagram as well. Make sure you go follow if you like that one. We've got Side by PTYK up next, Laurel, Mook, STNY, produced by Zeke. This is a demo from their new project. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're getting into the bouncy stuff now. If you're in the chat, make sure you submit music if you haven't already. It's free to submit. If you want to skip the queue, you can. It's up to you. Just guarantees you'll get played on stream tonight.
Put 'em to the side, put 'em to the side. Baby, I'm inside,
Oh.
baby, I'm inside. She gon'
What's up? If you're with us on TikTok, Nero.fan/KayvanMD to submit your music for free. We do have a $5 or $10 paid skip queue if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today. PTYK.wave on Instagram. I want to hear some more vocal layers on this chorus. Just like little sprinkly ad-lib runs. Vocals sound really good when we get into these verses, though. Let us know what you think in the chat.
You don't gotta miss me. You could stay the night in the room now on the bed. She opened up her thighs. She asking so polite.
Production on this is really nice, and the mix on the vocals is great.
Put 'em to the side, put 'em to the side. Baby, I'm inside, baby, I'm inside. She gon' take a ride, gripping on the stairs. Feeling like forever looking in your eyes. Put 'em to the side, put 'em to the side. Baby, I'm inside, baby, I'm
This is produced really well. I like the production on this one a lot.
gripping on the stairs. Open up my mind, showing you inside.
I do kind of wish maybe a little bit more variation in the melody itself, because I will say, like, it's cool, first chorus, first verse, second chorus, there's that through line. Once we start to get into these later verses, I'd like to hear a little bit more variation just to switch it up a little bit more. Keep things interesting, you know what I mean?
Body drive me crazy and we putting on some miles. Love we making, got me saying. Put him to the side, put him to the side. Baby on the side, baby.
Solid overall. Like I said, I'm being picky. Always going to be a picky person. I think how, you know, it's just that more variation. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about this a lot on stream. But sometimes having, like, too much of the same rhyme scheme, melody, though I understand maybe the choice, I think if you think about it from the listener's perspective, that is where things start to get a little bit more repetitive. You know what I mean? Wish there was more creative writing on here. I think it's too on the nose with the lyrics, and there are better ways to say those things, says Steve-O. Also, not bad feedback. You definitely want to be pushing the boundaries a little bit. I think straightforward songwriting is good at times, but at the same time, again, having that balance, having that variation between maybe more metaphorical, you know, kind of anecdotal songwriting as opposed to like really straightforward songwriting is a good thing. And I think that's just creative writing in general. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of what it is you're writing, like, you never want to be too on the nose. You're right. Like, you want people to think when they're listening or think when they're reading through the lyrics and have them kind of being like, oh shit, that was really crazy. I can't believe that's such a cool like reference. If I think about my favorite lyrics, like, it's moments like that where I'm like, shit, I didn't even know this was about that, and it just kind of catches me by surprise. Like, I think those moments are priceless, you know what I mean, as a listener, as a fan. So I definitely agree with Steve-O on that front, but I think overall, really, really solid work, good production, good vocal performance, love the melodic choices, but a little bit more variation, I think, in the rhyme scheme from start to finish. And then also maybe just a little bit of work on the creative writing so that it's not as on the nose, because I think sometimes it is nice to make people think a little bit. Mantra, Mayhem Jones, Chainlink Messiah up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. All right, I think we're going to get some raps right now as well. Let us know what you think. Oh, interesting. Mayhem Jones, 2 S's. This is different.
I get to the business. You niggas be tripping. You niggas be simping.
So one of the things immediately, plosives, right? P's and S's, a little harsh in the mix. It's just, I can tell that you were doing it close to the mic, and so it picks up just a little bit more of that, right? You can try and EQ some of those things out, you can DS those things, but honestly, like, mic distance and where you're recording from, especially if you're a louder vocal delivery, then it's just something to think about. As this sub starts to come in, the sub does get a little heavy, a little overpowering in the mix.
If you got a problem, say it and speak it, read it and weep. Peace, the only thing
okay,
I keep.
Unknown 811's on the first verse.
Staying on my feet, never holding heat. I'm above that.
I do think a little bit too much reverb, and the reason I say that is because it accentuates those plosives that we were talking about before. It's not making it cleaner, so like I would pull back on the reverb delay just a touch.
Staying up restless, executing shit to perfection.
It's actually a really cool idea. I think if the mix was a little bit stronger on this one, I'd probably be like, yeah, playlist it, easy. To me, it's just those little details in the mix could be a little bit cleaner. I think if they were, it would hit just a little bit harder. Really cool idea, though. Very, very catchy chorus. You can submit it again. Oh, that's totally fine, too. Don't even worry about that. It's actually a really fun song. It's really just the mix. Like, for me, I think the mix could be a little bit cleaner, but the song is really good. This will go up live, says Avitia. I agree. This feels like a song, like, if you're outside, it would feel really good to hear. A little repetitive when we get into this, like, last, like, 45 seconds here from 2 minutes on. Just because it's the chorus, and the chorus is repetitive by nature. So it could be slightly shorter. I don't know that it needs to go all the way to 2:45 or 2:35 or whatever it is. But generally positive. For me, it's the mix. on the vocal. Plosives, be careful of those. Like I think the reverb just accentuates them. I actually think if you pull back on the reverb a little bit, I probably wouldn't have complained about the plosives. It's just like you hear the plosives and then you hear them again because the delay hit makes them hit again. So I think that's the thing, is it just kind of accentuates some of those like moments that could be a little bit cleaner, but you can EQ those out, try de-essing them. Again, think about your proximity to the microphone when you're recording as well. The closer you get, the more of those kind of like transient noises that get picked up. And that's just the nature of recording audio. So, there is like, you can look it up. There's like a distance that you should, in theory, be at to get like the best vocal recording from your microphone. That's going to change mic to mic. So just keep that in mind. But definitely try the de-essing, try the EQ stuff, because I think you'd probably be able to carve out some of those noises as is. Lost Me by Farrah up next. Want to know what you think or add to this unreleased track. All right, let's check it out. Let us know what you think in the chat. And as always, thank you guys for submitting. I do love hearing all of your music. It's like one of my favorite things I get to do every week. Looks like we have one more paid skip in the queue. If you are in the chat and you want to submit or you want to get a paid skip in there, you would be next. So feel free to do that if you want to. But if not, stick around. We'll do some free skips, man. Fuck it. Why not? All right. Forever music on Instagram. Okay, so I tell this to every single vocalist I listen to. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter the genre. Pull back on vibrato when you are recording. Tune the vocals because it'll smooth them out a little bit. And make sure just all of those notes are hitting. It'll help on some of those moments. There's like shaky moments, notes here or there, right? And I think where it gets shaky is the vibrato moments. When the vibrato's not there, vocals hit them perfectly. When the vibrato's there, it gets a little shaky. Save the vibrato for the live performance. I just personally don't think vibrato records well at all for anyone. Love your higher register vocal also. I actually think that's the sweet spot for you, is this higher register right here. Like this spot right here, perfect vocal moment. I think there's certain syllables as well where it feels like they get caught a little bit. Overall, I really like this. I like the movement in it. I think the vocal production is pretty solid overall. I would pull back on the vibrato in the vocal recording. Tune a little bit, especially in some of those low register vocal moments. I want to hear some of those runs here and there too at the ends of the lines. Just like a little bit more variation in the delivery of certain parts of the chorus. It's actually pretty solid overall. Like, these notes are small notes. I do think the tuning will help smooth out some of those inconsistencies. I do think it's the vibrato causing like the pitchy moments more than anything, and also the low register. When you get into that higher register pocket of your vocal, it just feels like you feel more confident there. And I hear that from a lot of female vocalists, if I'm being honest. Vera, who's one of my clients, is the same. Like, we always end up being like, okay, well, let's push into this like higher tone, this higher register, because it's just kind of the sweet spot for the vocal. I would probably say a similar thing for you, is like that kind of like closer to the higher end of your range and into the falsetto moments are probably where your vocal really stands out to me the most. So I probably encourage you as a producer to kind of like lean into being in that part of your vocal more in songs, even if that does mean changing the key of a song, even if that does mean singing it in falsetto and hopping up an octave and maybe that having that be the predominant kind of vocal melody. But I do think it's like, it's little things, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think the song was pretty enjoyable. Production was nice. I had a good bounce to it. But I think that's like the only thing that I really hear. Forever Music on Instagram, Farrah, also out of Vancouver. Oh, hell yeah. Love that. I definitely want to hear more. Like, I think there's something really cool there. It's just, you know, it's dialing in the sound more than anything. And I think that is kind of the challenge. That's kind of the challenge of being a recording artist in general, is really dialing in that sound as a vocalist. All right, Hell House by Alden up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. 16-year-old, man. 16 years old. Honestly, I love hearing artists who are young, just because it's always really interesting to see where you're at in your careers. Vocals could come up in this mix a touch. So it's really nice when these vocal layers come in too. They're a little unbalanced just because they kind of drown the lead vocal a touch. But it's really nice. The vocal arrangement is cool. I think you just need to work on like the actual leveling of some of it.
Sometimes you find me kinda empty. Out back downtown by the South Street. No phone on ground, kinda hazy.
I mean, I've just heard so much of this type of music work before. I think for me, lead vocal needs to be louder on this, right? There's this vocal sample happening in the song that kind of drowns out your lead vocal. I want the lead vocal to be the focus. Guitar feels good, but it's that high-pitched vocal that kind of comes in and drowns out the lead vocal at times. The one that's like, but up an octave from that. I don't know if that's a sample, I don't know if that's your vocal, but you could cut that one down a bit. I do think a lot of people would like this. All right. Big thing here is just making sure your vocal is the star of the show. Shane, what's up, man? Yo, I loved your side project, bro. I low-key was gonna tell you that. I kind of like that even more than your other stuff. I'm gonna save this because again, 16, really solid. Making this from your bedroom. Did you produce this as well? The vocal arrangement is great. I actually love the way the vocals are layered. I think for me, it's just the volume levels, right? So like leveling out some of these vocal things, self-produced. All right, beautiful, man, beautiful. Yeah, look, lead vocal should always be the star of the show. Background vocals, harmonies, they're all good to have. They're all great. They all sound good. Bring them down a touch, make them blend a little bit more, and support that lead vocal as opposed to maybe overpower the lead vocal at times. That one vocal sample that's really high-pitched in the background there does feel like it comes in a little loud for not too much of a reason. But overall, I mean, you're 16, so like, it's really actually great. For a 16-year-old, you're definitely getting a round of applause from me. All right, guys. We seem to be at the end of the paid skip queue, which is fine. I don't really care. Oh, never mind. I lied. We got one more. Let's see where we're at. I think we have one free skip coming up right now, like a spin the wheel, just with the every 5. So we'll spin the wheel right now. We'll do this last paid skip, and then hopefully just get into free skips for the rest of the stream. We got like 40 minutes left. Godspeed by Zelx. Visualizer was self-shot and edited. Let us know what you think in the chats. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm hoping this is a little Afro beat. All right, let's go. Let's go.
If I had a call on you, would you be there for me? Would you know what to do? Would you stay true? Is it pop bands or the P's? Would you say we'll do? Yeah. Let them no play with my time. Cause I know they for their wines, No time. Lay my arm on this. Main thing I get, not my sense. We ain't going out like this.
You said this was a self-shot video? Self-shot and edited video, okay. The shooting's not bad. Some of the edits, I'm not crazy about the effects used necessarily. Very subjective, though. The song sounds very good, and I'm gonna go playlist the song regardless. This is a really nice vocal right here. Okay, this song is not out yet either.
Life is a breeze and I'm moving the traffic on a new frequency, no starting. I
know they tell my story.
So this is out. Godspeed. Alright, I'm putting this in the playlist. So, not crazy about that one effect. The other thing I would say just for self-shot stuff, get a stabilizer or a tripod if you don't have one, because it will help a lot with movement. Because it's nice that you have movement in these videos. Sometimes it's a little shaky, right? Having a stabilizer will make that movement way smoother and just feel a little bit more professional. There are a bunch of iPhone-specific ones that exist too. Yeah, you can submit other social links. I pull up my Instagram page to follow from there. That's the only reason I asked for Instagram. But you can send other social links if you want. Nice touch right here with the reflection doing a different thing than the not reflection. Absolutely, Swag Castello. If you guys want to send songs, here's a link in the chat. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions to guarantee you get played on stream today.
I just did double up my eyes every day, keeping composure. Be dollar signs, I don't bother.
Great chorus on this one too. Shane, love that, man.
Life is a breeze and I'm moving to traffic on a new frequency, no starting. Yeah, I know they tell my story, cause it's cold outside the party.
This one shot right here is probably my least favorite effects-wise. I just don't like what it did to the color of the video. Because the color grading was like real solid, I think, but when you get that little VHS thing going, it makes things like a little... it just fucks with the color grading, I think, a little bit. You know what I mean? That's probably the only thing I would say. It feels so good when it's not in that little effect. That's probably the only reason why I'm really you could cut that one piece. Overall, really solid video for self-shot, self-directed. Song is great. Song got playlisted, without a doubt. If you're rocking with that, official ZellX on Instagram, make sure you go follow as well. Love the feeling of this song, man. Love the feeling of this song. That was Godspeed. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got Joseph with Diamonds up next. This is probably our last paid skip. We'll get into some free skips after this, unless anybody really wants one. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is Diamonds by Joseph. And if you're here, submit some music, man. Seriously, this is a work in progress as well. Felix, you can just send another one, bro. Just resubmit. You should be able to. We'll probably do about like 6 minutes of random skips, and then we'll do 30 minutes of like more of a skip queue if you guys are here in the chat waiting to get pushed up. Hard. Very hard drum and bass music right here. Tyler Joseph, TYELERJOZEF. Tyler, where you from, bro? Shane Grenade says this bumps. You're from Ohio. I got people in my high school to start making beats, and now they're trying to cook up during tests. Vix, I'm dead. I love that. You gotta get your friends to send some stuff in, man. I want to hear what they've been making in class. This was still mine. It said flex, can you pull up in a rave? I said chill, we don't hustle at your pace. We beware, all the legends leave a trace. It's kind of tough, man. I'm not mad at this. Wait, can I show you guys a song that I just found recently? A couple of my friends in Nashville have been really like putting me onto this artist. I listen to a lot of like post-hardcore metal stuff. And this is an artist that I am so excited about right now. Because why not? I'm just going to show you this. I don't know if I'll get DMCA'd for it, but this shit right here. Well, let me take this out of my fucking library. Get out of there. All right. I got to find it. It is by this artist. Showing Teeth. And the song's called Labyrinth. Let me know what you think in the chat, because it's the only song they have out. It's just hard as fuck. All right. We're going to do some free skips after this one. showing teeth, showing.teeth on Instagram. It's so crazy. Awesome, right? And just, this does not look like the person that this is coming out of either. Reminds me of Agresco, the anime with the red panda. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yes. Joseph said this is good. It's really good. Send my beat I cooked up during my midterm test. I'm dead. 50% of my final grade is hilarious. Yeah, my friend just signed this artist, I think, as on the live side of things. And I love it. I also love that the artwork is a cat, because honestly, the screams at the beginning does sound like a cat. Oh my god, this shit gets me so hyped. Hellsbell, thanks for the follow. If you guys are in the chat and you want to submit, feel free. You can still do the paid skip queue if you want to. Steve Pop says, I like this. Isn't it hard as fuck, bro? I think the contrast between the screaming and the singing is also a really nice touch. I need that back and forth. We'll do a couple free random skips and then we'll get into more of like an actual skip queue if you guys are still around. I'll explain how we can do that in a second, but this is a song I have not been able to stop listening to, and it's not a big artist by any means. Honestly, bro, it was really solid sound design. I don't really have too much feedback. The mix was really good. The sound design was good, and the arrangement was good on it too. SmackDown vs. Raw character selection music, yes, absolutely. But the production on this is crazy as well. Sorry. Your high energy drum and bass production reminded me of this, so that's a compliment in itself. Sorry, it just restarted. We didn't need to restart again, but god damn. I've been locked in on that one. Also, if you have not listened to 10 Day dropped a new song today as well, which I also really like. We're going to spin the wheel, and I'll play a song, but this is another one that's been good today. Wouldn't mind listening for a second time. Go listen to it. Showing Teeth is the song, and the artist is... Why can't I not remember? Oh, the song's Labyrinth. The artist is Showing Teeth. Bit of a vibe switch, but I also really love 10 Day. From the UK, great R&B artist. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we get for our first free skip after this. Rex featuring Ace Kaze is gonna be up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Let's play it. Out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Attention featuring Ace Kaze. Shout out to North Carolina, man. We'll do another free skip after this one too. Attention. Classes in session. I'm not a big, I think I said this about the song when we listened to it just as audio. Not a huge fan of really boomy, wide, long tail sub bass. For me, I just always wish there was more of a bounce to it. So that's probably the only thing that really stands out on this one. You gotta pay attention. The concrete that hit my ass half raised me. Blood, sweat, and tears turned the kid, couldn't save me. How we smoke trees, now they acting all shady. Solid delivery on the vocal. I'm not mad at this either. Rex, what's up, bro? How'd you know? How'd you know we were listening to you right now? That just happened randomly. Felk Slime says in the fun video. It is a good video. Look, they shot this in what looks like a study room in the library, which I'm assuming did not cost a lot. So this is another example of how you can get a really solid video idea and solid video out of a low budget. I don't think you comprehend it. The switch between VHS and more like high quality video is actually nice on this one too. Baby, I'ma need you to listen. I'm a man on a mission. All these terms and conditions, what you're doing ain't conducive to the vision. Only really worry about the team. Yeah, solid. I mean, look, my feedback is the same. Costed nothing. Always around somewhere. Yeah, we told them we were shooting informational videos for kids. I'm dead, bro. That's a hilarious story. You gotta make content about that too. That's great behind the scenes content right there. Like, yeah, we snuck into this library. We said we were making informational videos for kids. We shot this whole music video. This is what we got. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a way to like just like kind of tell that story through content in a really interesting way. Attention. All right, spin the wheel again. Yours truly, Rex _ on Instagram. If you're rocking with us, well, make sure you go follow. I will say I've been enjoying the music. My biggest feedback on this one is about that big, like, wide sub base for me personally. That's just, if I'm thinking about subs, I want them to just knock a little bit more. I want them to have a little bit more of a bounce to them. Sometimes I feel like those long tail, really kind of like drawn out sub sounds just kind of like, to me, they kind of kill the energy of a song sometimes in the production.
Guests are on their way and food and
That's a subjective thing, but I think for me, that's kind of why I tend to avoid using them even in my own production, because it just, I don't know why they just kind of do that thing. What is this aspect ratio that's happening right now? I've never seen this before. All right, this is Drex with Clouds. Let us know what you think in the chat. All right, fuck it. If you guys are here in the chat, let me know your artist name as well, and we'll get you into a free skip queue, okay? Put your artist name in the chat right now if you want to get bumped up for free. This is really good. I wish there was more vocal layers happening, because that is one of the things that I'm always looking for. We got Fix Arts, Analira, Ellie Sufi, Silly Magic, Marvelous. I gotta sneeze. Sorry, guys. Bro's getting over being sick. Haven.wave. I do not see Marvelous in this submission form. Oh, no, I do. Never mind, I lied. You are right there. Oh, beautiful. That's fine, Felix. It'll just stay there. It's not even a big deal. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Osbells. I appreciate it. Thank you. Grazie. Merci. Yeah, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. Nice bounce. I need more doubles. Need more ad-libs. Need more just like vocal layering. They're a little tucked in the background. Like, I hear that distorted vocal layer that's there, right? I like this. Wish the vocals had a bit more body, maybe louder, but the flow and transition to new pockets is seamless. I would agree. I think the vocal delivery is really solid. The writing is really solid. For me, it's more about those little details, right? Just building out around that lead vocal and making the song feel a little fuller. It feels like it's predominantly just production kind of dominating this mix. I would like to hear the vocals kind of stand out a little bit more than they do. All right, let me just tell everybody on the Discord we're getting into free skips right now. All right, so for this next section, usually for these free skips, we kind of go in more of a rapid fire mode, so we'll do like 60 to 90 seconds of each song. Yeah, we're live on TikTok, on Twitch and YouTube, bro. Twitch and YouTube are like actually the predominant platforms. TikTok is just open for new people. Free skips. Right. Okay, so like I said, we'll go in kind of like a more rapid fire mode here just to try and get through as many songs as possible. So if you are here in the chat, if you want to submit, if you want to let me know your artist name, let me know if you haven't already. I will put you back in this queue and get you in here as well. We're going to start with this Ken Carson type beat from Vix Arts first. This is the beat I cooked in school on Soundtrap during his final. Okay, beat feedback. Nocturnal, what's up? If you guys want to submit in the chat, you can. If you want to skip the queue and do the paid skip, you still can. Just let me know if you do so I can put you at the top. I do both. Yes, I am an A&R. Yes, I am an artist manager. I also am the director of artist and label relations at Genius. I do a lot of things. I've been an artist. I produce music. I'm a classically trained violinist. I have like 800 million views to content pieces that I've done interviews on and booked, and like 100 million streams on songs that I've distributed and put out. Yeah, beat submissions are fine. I'm a producer too. Thank you, Vix. This is pretty solid, bro. I think the thing for me, drum sounds feel a little stock, right? So it's just kind of like picking better drum sounds, which you should definitely do. Like if you're not using Splice, I gotta be real, Splice has the best drum sounds. I would highly recommend investing in it, especially as you get more into production. You're 16, like, just keep working at it. This is pretty solid already for a 16-year-old. I love your synth work. I think the synth work is probably what stands out to me the most on this. Drum arrangement and actual, like, what's the word? Sequencing is pretty good. To me, oh, it's blocked on school code. Okay, well, as you can, like when you invest in your own equipment and stuff, if you get your own laptop or desktop, that's when I would do it. Honestly, even you can do it on an iPad at this point, I think. In the meantime, what I would suggest doing is if you can't, I mean, because you could do this too. This is maybe a cheat code kind of way to do it. But in theory, when you get Splice, right, and you buy a sound or you buy a sound pack, you can download that whole sound pack into MP3 or WAV files. You could then transfer, in theory, those WAV files from whatever computer you were downloading them on onto your school laptop so you could produce with them and just have those sound files available. So instead of it being like, oh, I need Splice on my computer, it's maybe a little bit more convoluted and annoying, but you could, in theory, download those sounds to your home computer and then drag them across on a hard drive or something to your school laptop and have access to them. For me, that's the only thing here. The other thing you could do is just work on mixing your drum sounds, right? Like, for me, the snare, that's probably the big one where you could do a little tweaking, a little EQing, just to make it sound like a little bit more polished. But I think overall, like, it's not bad. There's definitely space for a vocal. That's one of the things I tell producers all the time is you really want to make sure you're leaving space for a vocal, because that is the thing. Like, if you're trying to get placements and have somebody rap on top of it, you got to make sure you leave space for the vocal, right? So just keep that in mind from a frequency standpoint too, because like those synths are going to sit in a similar place to where those vocals are going to go in theory. Obviously, when someone's mixing that, they'll probably carve it out. But I think generally pretty solid for a 2 minute and 17, like rough beat. So for me personally, when I'm producing, and this is, I'm going to show you really quickly, and you may or may not like what I do because it's not necessarily in that Ken Carson space, though maybe I have one that is maybe closer to that. Just so I can show you. Let's see what we've got here. I don't know if I have anything quite like that. I mean, this is maybe the closest thing I've got right now. This is not really the same, but okay, here's what I like to do. When I'm producing, I like to put a rough arrangement on it, right? So I think about it like, if this was a song, how would this be arranged? Usually I'll go 4-bar intro into chorus, which is gonna be the full thing, right? And then when we get into the verses, I'll start to strip back. So first 4 bars, I'll usually pull back to the, like, literally just the melody, maybe 1 or 2 drum elements. When we get into that second 4 bars of the chorus, the second 8 bars, however long you're making your verses, that's when I'll start to build back up. So it's almost like creating this roller coaster effect of pulling back when you've got the chorus dropping into a verse and then building back up into another chorus section. But the chorus is generally where I'm going to have all of the elements that I've kind of produced at their, like, maximum. So you can hear on this one, obviously we're getting into this verse section, I've pulled back, it's just on this piano part right here, right? So the synths have gone away, the drums have gone away. We'll have kind of this little moment that's a little bit quieter. Sometimes I'll chop my samples up a little bit more. We'll have elements dropping in and out to kind of create those spaces, those drops that happen that you would hear in a song as well. But I think sound choice is the big thing, right? And I think for producers, especially young producers, that's one of the things you should focus on early on. Because if you can get your sound choices down, that's like 98% of the battle, in my opinion. Thank you, I appreciate it. And this is like, I've been doing this for like fucking 10 years, bro. So this is shit that I've learned the hard way. I used to do all the deconstructed as a genius too, and I ask a billion questions to producers about this exact kind of stuff. So a lot of this is just what I've gotten from other people, you know what I mean? The arrangement part is something that I just think is really important, that if you get down early, will set you apart from people who are just sending over loops, right? If you have something that feels like a song, I think personally, it becomes a little bit more easy to get people to buy into it and be like, damn, this already feels like a song. I could already put a whole song in there. I use my Chambers Iconic drum kit on my actual laptop. Love that, bro. Yeah, and look, you will have like go-to sounds. Like I have go-to sounds and go-to drum kits that I always end up using. And that's fine. You know what I mean? I think for you, it's just continue to just make as much as you can. You have time right now. Just make beats all the time, bro, and you will get good at it. But you're already like, it's a really, really solid start. If you have socials, drop them in the chat too so we can pull them up, bro. Oh. And then maybe tap in with Pod Nocturno also, because this is another producer we've got in here right now. I'm on my way when I'm on it. When I'm on it. When I'm coming. I've been sitting on gold mines. I've been written on that. I've been holding my whole life. Brought my mix on 2 times. Like doing that. No, I don't know, like 2 times. Brought my like hold up. Like doing that. This is a tough beat too, bro. bitch I took. I'm on with it like I could actually hear like this is like a King Von G Herbo type beat almost. Or like a Meek. I can hear a Meek going crazy on this. I actually think this is solid, bro. I love the string work on this. King U Skull, if you want to submit, just make sure you use that link in the chat. Okay, definitely do the YouTube channel, but don't be afraid to put stuff on like TikTok, on Instagram as well. Like, I just think having more driving back to the YouTube channel, driving back to your BeatStars is not a bad thing if that's what you're gonna do. Also, just reach out to people, bro. You do have the mix balance right. This low end feels so good. Okay, let me go find you in the submission form as well, Titan. Yeah, we are doing free skips right now. If you've got a submission in the submission form, let me know. Not allowed to do some working with the stuff I've got. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that at all, bro. Just keep working with what you got and keep working on. As long as you keep making beats, I think that's the most important thing. Because the older you get, the more the more opportunity you'll have, the more that you can do. Especially when you hit 18, you can start actually like having and creating a business for yourself. But I think in the meantime, man, just keep making stuff, putting it up. You never know who will see it, especially on YouTube. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on YouTube type beats all the time just for fun. Like, I'll get bored and I'll just like record some shit to a YouTube type beat just because I feel like it. Love to Croatia Europe, bro. That's cool as hell that you're over there selling this stuff over right now. It's experimental, so enjoy the ride. That's totally fine. Solid work from Prod Nocturno also. Again, if you want to go tap in with the YouTube channel, you can. It's just Prod or Nocturno Beats. Yours at 28? What's your name? If you just tell me your name, that's easier, actually. Yeah, there's not a 28 right now, so. Got a free skip in the free submissions queue. Little bread knife. Let's add you. But I think we listened to Little Bread Knife the other day, and I thought you might have been trolling me. 27. 67? 67? Sorry, I couldn't help it. Walk of Shame. Ona Lira up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. If there's anybody else in the chat trying to get bumped up for free, please let me know too. Oh, Paris based. Let's go. Bonjour. Bonsoir. Bienvenue. I think it did, Els. Did it not? Oh, weird. I thought I had added you in here. That's so weird. I thought I had added you. Let me go grab it right now. All right. I hope this isn't French because I love French music.
In the bag, drunk in the back of my face.
Did I skip it, Felix?
I don't even know.
All right, I'll put it back in the queue. My bad. Sometimes it can be a little glitchy at times. Venus, baby, what's up?
Looking for a place to lay
Oh, you're totally fine. We're doing free skips right now if you got something for me.
I can even stand the light in the morning. Didn't see the sun for a while.
I don't know why that didn't go, Ellie. I got you right now. Same thing with Haven. I thought I'd hit that. I didn't get it. Yeah, that's my bad. I'll put you back in there.
Lungs on the ground, nowhere to be found. My liver screaming like it wants to die.
So, all right. Here's the thing.
It wants to die.
I do like this in theory.
Lungs on the ground, nowhere to be found. My liver
I don't know if I
screaming like
vocally
it
love
wants
what
to
you are
die.
doing with the performance tonally, right? But it's just because I feel like you have a really, really nice natural voice. And it does feel like you're kind of pushing this tone a little bit. At times. Visually, this shit's cool as fuck. Also, I wonder if part of that is singing in English versus singing in French.
Why the hell are people staring? Why the hell is my boss in the rape?
Melodically, it's really cool.
Please stop.
I think for me, it's just the tonal delivery of the vocal right now, right?
I can even stand the light in the morning. Didn't see the sun for a while, that's a
See, because you don't do the like, I don't even know how to describe it. But
And I still fucking feel like she got the feeling I'm freaking weak. Lungs on the ground, no way to
it's really on the
be
owls too, on the ound.
screaming like it wants to die.
It's like that syllable specifically.
Wants to die. Lungs on the ground, no way to be found. My liver screaming.
Yeah,
like
so that's it for me.
wants
I would maybe
to
kind of
die.
encourage you not to do the kind of like, it's almost like the Amy Winehouse kind of like vocal thing, right? That's probably the only thing that catches me is that it gets a little nasally in that moment with the found, like that part. And I think I'm not super crazy about it. I think Amy Winehouse is one of the rare occasions where I actually like really feel like it fits the artist's vocal. But I think a lot of times it's not necessarily what you need to do. And it seems like you have a really, really nice vocal tone without doing that kind of vocal intonation. So I'd probably encourage you to kind of lean more into your natural tone a little bit more, because where I hear it throughout the rest of the song, that's where it really catches my attention. Definitely, yeah, feel free to link your TikTok. That's totally fine. I am super interested to hear more, and I would love to hear you sing in French.
Be okay. That's alright anyway.
Oh, this is cool too.
Maybe we'll let me stay. I'll come home for mommy. Do you remember all those times you do, even when you said they're unknown to you?
It's so close, honestly. Like, I think you just need to dial in the delivery a little bit more. Like, it's not far off. You know what I mean? It's just, for me, I don't know that you need to do the kind of thing that you're doing with your vocal there, because it just feels like you're pushing it a little bit, and it doesn't feel like the most natural vocal. That's it. Yeah, if developed properly, it can be really good. I think you just need to be more, like, intentional with it and dial it in a little bit more. It's close, but it's not quite there, if that makes sense. All right, Felix Lamp. Believe. I love the way this sounds already, Felix Lamp. Are you 15? Stop it. This is are you seriously 15? This is so cool. This is so cool, bro. That 16 8-bit synth could come up a little bit in the mix, I think. Seeing it is kind of like the predominant kind of like standout synth sound in this. This is really cool. 10 out of 10 would just listen to this just cause. Oh, there's supposed to be vocals over this. Oh, okay, then never mind. Ignore me. That synth sits exactly where it needs to if there's going to be a vocal on top. Venus Baby says, I love this. I do too. Very, very cool. Where are you from? Wait, we're going to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. It's too good. It's too good. Ortega, if you want to submit, just go to nero.fan/KayvanMD. We're doing free skips right now. From Indiana? No way. They don't make cool music like this in Indiana. What's happening? I've been to Indiana. It's not like this. Absolutely. Feel free to share. I love doing this stuff. It's like the most fun thing ever. My mind is here. Yeah, I respect that a lot. Keep doing what you're doing. This is really cool. You gotta just get tapped in with the producer community, because I think there's a bunch of producers. Like, if you don't know Omniboy, you should definitely check out Omniboy. Omniboy is somebody who does like live streams on YouTube as well. But I love Omniboy's production. I think you would really like it too. It's this person, right? I think it's this person. Yeah, this is Omniboy. I actually think that you would really appreciate Omniboy's production. I think Omniboy would also really like your style of music as well.
It's Omniboy here, letting you know that I'm playing a show this Saturday, November 22nd at Catch One in Los Angeles.
Wait, let's find some music really quickly, because I just think you'll like this. You got to find a way to send this music to this person. I really actually think you'll love it.
Call me when you're there. Said I bought you something rare, and I left it
I just think that this, like, if you connect with more producers like in this space, they will just get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very specific type of production style, and it's so cool. There's someone else I'm thinking of who used to be in here all the time, but I literally cannot remember what their socials are right now. I'll think about it, and I'll try and remember for next time. But yeah, you're sick. You're very good. This is very, very good. Big round of applause for you. Ellie Sufi, Long Way Down up next. This is a mid-2000s WB Kids feel to it. I love it, especially old 3DS Nintendo games. Yeah, you and Omniboy are like two peas in a pod, I think. Long Way Down, Ellie Sufi up next. All right, let's check it out. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Help me, I wanna sleep.
Solid vocal on this already. Thank you for the follow. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. We're gonna fast forward over. Wait, what do you do on YouTube? You got a lot of subscribers. Oh, you're out here. Good work on the YouTube.
I don't know who's sleeping in your bed and it's cold without your hand on my head and I miss the way.
I mean, to be honest with you, this video is exactly what it needs to be for a song like this. Also, for somebody who's making consistent YouTube content, I feel like this probably hits for your audience as well.
When you use those eyes, now what am I supposed to do? 'Cause it's a long way down to falling out of love with you.
This is really solid. Like, I can't, like, it's maybe not what I'm listening to every day, you know what I mean? But I think for the audience that you're serving and for the people who are already gonna love this is like kind of perfect. Felix Sims has very beautiful vocals. It's good song. It's good solid like storytelling, songwriting as well. Honestly, the mix is pretty solid too. Like the vocal is really the focus here.
So don't be happy while I'm not there. I don't know who's sleeping in your bed.
It builds in a nice way too. Like this second chorus, we've got more vocals coming in. We've got these strings kind of in the background as well. What kind of music does she make now though? Yeah, oh, this is from 2 years ago. Right, what kind of music do you make now? Very good question. I could see this getting synced in like a coming of age movie or like one of those Netflix songs too. Got a newest song from 8 months ago called Mommy Issues. How often are you releasing music, I guess is the other question too. Venus Baby said, I really enjoyed the visuals. They were exactly what they needed to be. I think they got the point of the song across as well. And just generally made you feel the thing that the song is feeling. But also, I feel like I kind of got to know the artist a lot through this video. Just in seeing kind of like the life they live, which I'm always telling artists, like, you'll just show us what your life is. You know what I mean? I think that's all you need to do to connect with an audience. Yeah, the arpeggio was good there. Look, simplicity, there's nothing wrong with a more simply produced song. Like, not everything needs to be super, super complicated. I liked the simplicity there. I think it allowed us to focus on the lyrics, allowed us to focus on kind of like more of the storytelling aspect of things. I mean, I would definitely suggest, like, obviously you do YouTube, which is a good thing. And I think you may have put your TikTok in there as well. So I'm assuming you're making TikTok content. Make sure you're putting on Instagram as well. There's no reason not to. Make sure you're putting on YouTube Shorts. If you're making TikToks, put them on YouTube Shorts. It's a great way for you to continue to build that YouTube subscriber base and just keep building your audience there as well. It's also what YouTube Music likes to see artists doing, so just make sure you do that because it'll help you when you get into releasing music more consistently. But honestly, yeah, like that was great. Like, I really can't complain about that. Do you write the songs yourself? Like, tell us a little bit more about what your actual like workflow, work process looks like. Have been doing that? Then look, you don't even need me to tell you it. Great work. Great job. That's all you need to be doing. All right, replay Zoe Magic.
I never thought I could be. My whole life demons coming for me. My whole life been spent on my feet.
I still think a little bit of work on the vocal recording and mix here. One of the first songs I made. Okay, so this is older. 2021. Okay, well, there's definitely growth from this to now because we've heard some more current stuff as well from me. I appreciate you sending something from 2021 though and continuing to push music that's out. Same thing to you as well, Elsbell. Is like, thank you for sending something that's out and continue to push your music because you got to do that. Right, myself, most of it's from life experience since I'm a whole 27 years. I'm 33, so like I'm right there with you. I'm older. I'm a Unk. They call me Unk in the chat sometimes, and it breaks my heart. Are you LA based? Like, where are you based? Are you LA based? And if you are you working with other writers, other producers? Like, what's kind of like your process? You write it yourself? I work with an artist named Nicole Hahn, who's also writes for other people sometimes that might make sense for you to write with.
This joy can't nobody take. If you
33, damn.
Don't hit me with that rah rah.
Hey man, come on. It's fine. I feel young. Yeah, we're still taking submissions right now. You can send something in if you want. We got a couple more left. We're in free skips right now. Yeah, we got like 7. I'm gonna go back to the 60-second rule. I'm glad you're sharing it. Look, you gotta love your music. I tell artists this all the time as well. Like, you gotta love the music more than everybody else, because you gotta push it. So you gotta love it if you're gonna push it at all. 29, not far off. Look, I'm not mad at my 30s, bro. My 30s been pretty lit. LA based, recorded a long way down while I was traveling Europe. I could kind of tell from the visuals a little bit. I saw a lot of Europe in there. A lot of places I've been that I love. You're going to as well. That's tight though. Are you working on new music right now? Like, what's kind of the plan moving forward as well? All right, I'm gonna go back to the 60-second thing just so we can get through more because I've been getting distracted and I didn't realize it was 7:58. ZOIE Magic on Instagram. UK is underrated. I'm from the UK originally, so good. Big ups to the UK. That's my ends, my people, my youngers. My ends, fam. DKW2W4.wave by Haven.wave. I listened to one song from this artist the other day. I fucking loved it. I can't even pretend like I didn't. Oh, Jola? What is that? Is that like Ola? I love this shit, man. Shout out to Shane Grenier, who this is. This is his like side project. Haven.wave.music, but it's cool, man. Everything I've heard so far has been mad cool from this artist. I like his folk stuff too, but this stuff already catches my attention. I can't even pretend like it doesn't. Haven.wave.music. Inspired by the 1975 and Fred Again. I hear the Fred Again inspiration here for sure. It's got such a nice bounce to it, man. It's something so hopeful about the way this feels as well. And I like that in the production. I think that's what I love about Fred Again's melodic and chord progression choices, is they tend to have this real hopeful feel to them. Outside of the one with Skepta, which they all are just dark and hard, and I love that too. Alright, this one is 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So, go back. Writing music right now while your boyfriend's on tour, I love that. What is your boyfriend's music like? What is he touring? Is he headlining? Is he touring with somebody else? I'm so curious. Put us on, man. Marvelous Slowdown up next. Let us know what you think in the chat.
On the move, I just stay around. I don't do
Instagram under construction.
Slow down.
It's not the best response. I gotta be honest. Send it even if it's under construction. There's no reason why you shouldn't be sending us your Instagram at all. I'm gonna be real. There's not one reason. And I can just find it myself. Official Marvelous 95. Get off private, fam. If you're an artist, get off private. I don't give a fuck what anybody is telling you. Get off private. Seriously. Get used to not being private. Because that is what being an artist is.
Slight PTSD, Lil Green Tea, 9 more of these, leave me Morgan free. I'ma just lay back, no more feeling restless, no better feeling.
All right, delivery for me could be a little bit smoother, a little bit stronger. I just want to hear a little bit more personality in it. Right now, it feels just very straight delivered. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think finding that voice, finding that edge, finding that feeling in the vocal is kind of the thing I'm lacking right now from this delivery style.
I just stay around, I don't
it's like a pretty standard delivery. It's not bad, but at the same time, I don't know that it catches me like that. And I think that is a rhythmic thing. I think that is just stylistically finding that voice, right? And that's something that takes a long time. Like that to me is the hardest thing as a rapper, is really finding that vocal tone, that delivery style. I think that's the thing I would encourage you to work on a little bit more, is just kind of like feeling it out a little bit more. You know what I mean? And similarly to what I said to the singer earlier on, I want to feel the thing that you want me to feel. I don't want you to tell me, but I want you to feel I want to feel the thing that you want me to feel. He has a French version of his song. Yes, I love French music. I'm literally, I just surpassed 1,010 day streak on Duolingo for French because j'adore la musique des Français. Parce que la musique est géniale. Très génial. That might have been right. Hopefully. Titan. I'm just an obsessive freak, and I just couldn't stop. I was like, I got to like 900 days. I was like, I have to get to 1,000. I need the 1,000-day streak. This is kind of cool. New God rap game Titan. It's kind of tough, man. What's the artist name? We'll pull it up. Alex Sampson. Okay. Listen to the whole song. I'm not. We're in the free skip section, so that's not going to happen right now. But also, 6 minutes and 40 seconds is so unnecessary. I'm sorry. I'm going to shit all over the 6 minute and 40 second long song right now. The song is good so far. There is not a single person I know who exists on this planet in 2025 who's going to listen to a 6 minute and 40 long song if they don't know you already. And that is just dead ass, bro. It's 3 songs. You just said there's 3 beat switches. That is 3 2-minute long songs, the perfect length of a song. 3 chances to get new fans, 3 chances to get playlisted, 3 songs to push, man. 3 lots of content that you could have made for each of those individual songs. I get that's what you're going for, but if they are drastically different switches and it's literally a whole other song, just make it 3 different songs, man. 6 minutes 40 is not going to maximize your audience or the way that people listen to your music, and I was liking what I heard. So for me, that's the thing that I would say. That's like my biggest feedback, without even listening to the entire 6 minutes and 40, is like, yeah, the beat switch, that's cool. Beat switches are cool. But if you're going to do 3 beat switches and it's 6 minutes and 40 seconds long, like at that point, like why don't you just make 3 songs? Or make 1 song with 2 switches and then have a whole other song. You know what I mean? That's probably what I would say. Pistachio Gelato BB. Or Pistachio Gelato B flat, depending on how you want to look at this.
I want them back. I blame my
little bread knife.
Bitches on my dad. My psychiatrist keeps giving me garbage. They're playing Jeezy in the parking lot. I'm only concerned about condiments. I got drunk and washed my clothes. The last hoe I boned was morally obese and also neurodivergent. Random white woman used to invite me to their apartment before Donald Trump took office. Sarah.
Okay. Wait, that was right? That was the right one. All right, bro.
Suck her out.
Here's the thing. All right, I think I talked about this song the other day because we listened to something else from you.
For Pinot Grigio.
One, I can hear so much wind in the microphone. Did you record this outside?
Chardonnay and Xanax has me 300% like I'm in Super Smash Bros. Sudden death. Take another sip of that bitch and told her constantly you molested her. Buy some coke so you can die with it in your room. Sandy Cheeks has geo-blockers on Texas and Bikini Bottom.
It's like I kind of get the bit, you know what I mean? And I get that you're committed to the bit. There's work that needs to be done. All right. Like, I think cleaner vocal recording is probably like, if you know, and I don't want to be like, you're not taking this seriously. I'm going to assume that you are a serious artist and this is what you are seriously doing. And you're not trolling me right now. If you are trolling me, congratulations. It worked. Yeah, like, I think vocal recording is the biggest thing for me, right? Like, the timing thing, I'm not even so mad at because I think that's stylistically kind of what you're going for and the point of what you're doing. Lyrically, there's moments where I think it's fine, and there's moments where I'm like, nah, that just doesn't do it for me personally. But again, if this is the bit, it'll work also, because I think that is a thing that I hear a lot of rappers doing right now. I hear the whole space of music that is like this that works, and if I'm being honest, like the virality aspect does do the thing, you know what I'm saying? So like I would save it for next week. Elsbells, I'm gonna do another stream next week. I'm not sure the dates yet, but we usually do Mondays and Thursdays like every week. It's just with the holidays coming up, I'm gonna do a slightly different schedule than usual. But yeah, for me the vocal recording is probably the biggest thing there. Like, please, if you could improve the quality of the vocal recording and maybe the timing of certain things, I think it would hit a little bit harder. But if that's not what you care about, then, you know, just make content that's funny.
That helps get that across.
Because I also think that's like got that viral kind of like potential. Just because it is a little silly at times as well. Runaberto. Hello.
I heard that silly shit, I been handled. These rap niggas so big, let go away. They mad, they keep popping my shit, it's a habit. Hell, work inside the club with the baddies. Heard this talking, they ain't let go match it. Pass a lot of my twin.
I might be 33, but I can still fuck with this young people shit.
Diamonds go black out the man. I'm the type saying no a nigga bitch, and ever since then he literally had it, bitch. I'm the type nigga to drag it, hell. Deal with the chicks, still saggy. Got 21 of my niggas trying to kill you, bound to run into a savage. Hell, these niggas slow, play. That boy trying to be boy, that boy flagging. Heard he went broke.
Pretty solid.
Now we looking around like we're happy. Told my twin that I'm trying to go global. But nigga, I got too much.
I bet this goes crazy live. This definitely goes crazy live.
I heard that silly shit, I been handled. These rap niggas so big, let go away. They mad, they keep popping my shit, it's a habit. I'm in the head, I went platinum. I heard that silly shit, I been handled. These rap niggas so big, let go away. They mad, they keep popping my shit, it's a habit.
Ugh. Hey man, it's kind of tough. Some success tragic, Runaberto. Actually, really solid, bro. We had to follow Runaberto on Instagram. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. We're gonna do it scared anyway, and then we're gonna end on this Alex Sampson song. Venus Baby, up next. Underground shit, man, out of the UK. I've been a fan. I'm excited to see what this sounds like. Been a minute since we've heard some new stuff.
Tonight, I'ma change my life. Watch my dreams come and take flight. Tonight, gotta change my patterns. Can't keep living life like I'm average. Trying to see the world, gain a couple accents. Trying to see the world, try to change my address. I just gotta change my life, yeah. I just gotta do
Feeling much more polished these days. Sheila the Love on Instagram.
I'm gonna do what I can either way. Need a life, I don't need to escape. Where my inner child can be free and play.
It's got a little Jim legacy to it. It does. This is giving Black British music a little bit. One of my favorite albums of the year. Okay, this one feels really good. Good stuff. 1 minute 11, very easy, very quick listen. Vocals are sounding the best they've ever sounded. Dead on time, tuned well, good delivery. It feels like all those things we talked about years ago, like when we first started listening to you, it does feel like you've really worked on those things. The timing is dead on, which is like my biggest thing. The mix is sounding really good. The delivery sounding really good. I'm excited to see how you continue to grow. But that stands out. You know what I mean? Like, I think having seen the journey, having listened to the music from very early on, I feel like I've always seen the vision, but I feel like I'm really seeing it right now. Okay, Alex Sampson. Wait, this is really, really good. Hold on a second. I gotta go save this on Spotify as well. This is good. Come on with the French version, man. Come on.
Pretty baby, is it crazy?
I'm gonna get DMCA'd for this, I think. Out of 10. Solid. I mean, I can see how this has like such a huge audience. It's pretty obvious to see why. This is great. This is great. I love the French. I love the French in this, man. Let's go with the French version. On verra les étoiles. On se dira tout bas. This is like a real classic sound. You know what I mean? Put this in a movie yesterday. This is like the most like timeless type of song ever, to be honest. It's like sounds like it could be out of the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. It would have been a hit in any of those time frames as well. Really solid work, honestly. Ah, Canadians. Shout out to the Canadians. Is he from French Canada? I said, why did I say it like that? Is he Quebecois? Fucking Jesus Christ. I mean, this is solid, bro. He's not even gonna see me as one of these 1.2 million, but solid. I'm in here. This is like, I might be able to do some shit of genius, to be honest, level. So I'm gonna keep eyes on this. Very good. Thank you for sending it in. Guys, a solid Friday stream. I'm gonna go enjoy the weekend now. I'm gonna go get some rest. Probably gonna go to sleep soon. You know? Enjoy the weekend. Be safe, everybody, if you're out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sending music, everybody who's in it. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, go ahead and do that. If you haven't gone to follow us on Kayvan's house, do that as well. We're gonna have way more content coming for you guys going into the new year. More Q&As in the Discord. What else? There's probably something else I should be pushing. Oh, if you got new releases, put them in the release calendar. I'm going to be listening to that tomorrow if you got new music that's coming out. That's it. Great stream. Oh, Tawobi just did a paid skip. I got to do it. Hold on. We got one more paid skip. We got to play it because it's a paid skip. That's how it works. Tawobi. Last one of the night. Last one of the night. You're going to get this feedback, though, because you paid for it. I swear, I swear. We're going to close the queue, though, really quickly. We're gonna close the submissions just to stop that happening again. But this is it. This is the actual last one. Let us know what you think in the chat if you are still here.
Everybody wanna be famous. Don't nobody wanna die nameless. So most of the time, people just stunting online. Everybody wanna.
I like the idea here. I do wish there was a little bit more of a robust mix around the vocal.
So most of the time. People just stunting online.
Like, I wish they were beefed up a little bit. They feel a little thin. And that's probably because this sub feels so full as well, so it's like that contrast there. It's like almost like we need to hear a little bit more body in the vocal just to match the production.
People just stunting online. They just wanna be famous. People just stunting online. People just stunting online. We don't wanna die nameless. Goddamn, goddamn. People ain't what they supposed to be. Goddamn, goddamn. People ain't what they supposed to be. We don't believe you need more beats. I am alive. Who would ever know it if I wasn't all
I think I maybe wish there was just like a little bit more of a through line arrangement-wise from the song, too. It's like there is almost structure to the song, and then there is not quite structure to the song. And that's probably the big thing for me. It's a little chaotic of an arrangement. Tawobi HPC on Instagram. I think it feels kind of chaotic too, just because of the way the vocal layers are kind of overlapping and stuff.
just stunting online. Let's go, just stunting online. People just stunting online.
It's a good chorus. I think for me, it's just kind of the overlapping vocals that kind of make it a little hard, I think, to just kind of catch a vibe to. I think for a specific audience, this probably hits. For me, I think it is kind of the chaotic nature of it that makes it a little bit tough for me to just really get into. But that's about it. And then mix-wise, I wish there was just a little bit more of a beefy vocal, though. Again, for you guys, make sure you go follow on K1's house. We got the songs from the comments. Go drop me a song in the comments. I'll be playlisting and updating that content next week. And have a great weekend. Everybody be safe. Peace. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't stream before then. But keep an eye open for updates in the Discord, because I will let everybody know when I'm streaming next, okay? Peace. Shout out to all the new followers. Thank you for submitting music. You guys are the fucking best, man. Be safe. Bye.
I guess I'm just her type. She know what she like. You ain't gotta ask her twice. When the DJ play her song, throw it back, baby, ride it. When the bottles come and go, then you know she's excited. Never seen her in that mode, no. You not her type at all. And best believe that she get what she want. I promise you was never gonna wipe her up. You lucky that you took her out for lunch. If you ain't ever seen her make cash, then you don't really know her like that, no. Ain't even had to get in my bag. And you know I always keep it 100 for she chose up. Yeah, I seen her with him, but when I walk by, she chose up. There's not that much to say, no, no. It happened in broad day, oh. I guess I'm just her type.